Tea Foundations, Dunkin' Donuts, and Aflac.
In the first week of August, deep in the Texas heat, the Red Sox and Rangers put on a slugfest, scoring a combined 67 runs, splitting a 4-game series. In his first game against his old team, Carl Everett clubbed 2 home runs, including a grand slam. Now he returns to a very different Fenway Park, where the catchwords are team unity and wild card. Derek Lowe looks for his AL leading 8th win as the Sox take on Everett, A-Rod, and the Texas Rangers next on NESN. Live from Fenway Park in Boston, NESN presents exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight, the Red Sox take on the Texas Rangers. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. The Texas Rangers are in town. Great offense, not so good pitching as their last in pitching, but it's been the offense again for Texas, and there are some particular hot players.
Well, first of all, Don, this is a very important, obviously, homestand for the Red Sox, which stops the Rangers, the Angels, and then the Yankees coming to town, and who knows what's going to happen after that as far as the strike goes. When you look at this Texas ball club, obviously they struggle pitching-wise, but they can do some big-time offense against you, and of course they have the best player in the game, and Alex Rodriguez. 11-game hitting streak right now. He leads the American League in home runs and RBIs. Palmeiro has been very hot over the last couple of months, and Carl Everett, of all people, had a terrible start to the season. But when the Red Sox went to Arlington, he started to get hot, and he has been real hot since then, and he'll be especially motivated to play here in Fenway Park. So this is not an easy lineup to pitch to. They can score a lot of runs. Fortunately, they're second in the league in home runs behind the Yankees. The Red Sox have Derek Lowe going tonight, who generally does not give up a lot of home runs.
Well, the Red Sox in the first series of the year in Texas split that series. Tonight they send Derek Lowe to the hill tonight for game 1 in this series. The second career appearance for Joaquin Benoit against the Red Sox. Lowe on August 2nd in Texas, 1 pitching, 7 innings, giving up no runs. We're back with the starting lineups of the first pitch from Fenway after this.
Give us one good reason to bring back Wendy's Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich.
The whole filet of chicken.
Juicy and white. That's 2.
Now see, this is a good piece of chicken.
NESN's exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines, bringing people together with low fares. By Miller Lite, life is best told in a place called Miller Time. And by Foxwoods Resort Casino, the wonder of it all in Southeast Connecticut. Call 1-800-PLAY-BIG. And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fenway Park. The Red Sox opening up a homestand, a very important homestand, and they welcome the Texas Rangers tonight as the Red Sox take the field led by Derek Lowe. A beautiful night for baseball tonight in Boston. Very cool temperatures and blue skies above as we begin tonight's contest. Let's take a look at the visiting Texas Rangers starting lineup. Todd Hollandsworth will lead it off. He's back in the lineup after being on the DL. Kevin Mench in left field bat second. Alex Rodriguez at short. Rafael Palmeiro at first base. 34 homers, 86 RBIs, second on the Rangers. It is Ivan Rodriguez who does the catching. Carl Everett returning to Fenway Park for the first time tonight. Herbert Perry at third base. Travis Hafner at the DH. And Michael Young at second base bats ninth.
The Red Sox are 5th in the league in defense. 69 errors in 122 games. Tonight it'll be Shea Hillenbrand at third base. Nomar Garcia-Parra the shortstop. Ray Sanchez at second and Brian Daubach at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. Jason Veritek behind the plate. And on the mound, Derek Lowe. 17 wins on the season. He is tied with Barry Zito in that department, looking to become the first 18-game win. The 2.29 ERA is second to Pedro. And opponents hitting 195. That's also second to Pedro, who is at 192. His second start this year against Texas, he got the win back on August 2nd. 7 innings in that game, 2 hits, no runs. The Red Sox won it 13-0.
And the umpires, Jim Joyce has the plate. Dale Scott at first base. Jeff Nelson at second base. And Ron Culpa had an exchange a couple of years ago here with Carl Everett, you may remember.
Let's take a look at tonight's game notes brought to you by Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. The Rangers 4-15 at Fenway Park since 1998. The Rangers pitching 5.24 team ERA. That's the highest in the major leagues. And the Red Sox pitching 245 opponents batting average. That's the lowest in the American League.
Well, again, a terrific night tonight from Fenway Park. The lights are on already tonight as the sun sets off to the left, and the Red Sox ready here against the Texas Rangers. The two clubs splitting a 4-game series in what was extremely high temperatures in Texas a couple weeks ago, and now the Red Sox welcoming the Rangers for the first time this season to Fenway. Todd Hollandsworth fouls one outside of third, and we're underway. Hollandsworth just activated from the 15-day DL today. Been sidelined since August the 4th with a pulled left quadricep muscle. Former Dodger and Colorado Rocky. Tell us that it is 76 degrees tonight at Fenway Park. Hollandsworth coming over to the Texas Rangers from the Colorado Rockies at the trade deadline, July 31st. And he had only played in 3 games with the Texas Rangers before going on the DL. He was 3 for 10 and then had to be placed on the DL.
I believe he hurt that quad against the Red Sox down there in that series at Texas. Derek Lowe, last time out against Seattle, got off to a shaky start, then settled down as the game progressed. He gave up a couple of home runs early in that ball game, but went 6 1/3, and the Red Sox won it 12-5.
He was charged with all 5 runs that Seattle scored in that game. 6 1/3, 8 hits, 5 runs. And this is away, and it's now 2-2. In the game in which Derek gave up 5 earned runs, you have to go all the way back to June 22nd at Los Angeles. It's not something that has happened often this year. This is back at Lowe. He's got time and makes the good throw to retire Hollandsworth. 1 down.
Batting second, number 28. The left fielder.
Here's Kevin Mensch. 279, 14 homers and 46 runs batted in. Mensch has not started the last couple games after he sustained a bruised right hand. He was hit by a pitch on Friday. Prior to the injury, it really picked it up. He was hitting at .317 over the previous 16 games. He's had a terrific rookie season with the Texas Rangers. He leads all rookies currently with a .520 slugging percentage. And he's tied for second in home runs for rookies with 14. Quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Kevin Mensch actually hit leadoff against the Red Sox down in Arlington.
Had a couple of big home runs against the Red Sox down there. In a series that was filled with runs the first time around.
We mentioned down in the open that this Texas club second to the Yankees in home runs in the American League, and of course Derek Lowe on the season has only given up 8 home runs, and 2 of those in his last start, and of course there is the leader in the American League with 44, A-Rod.
And this is the bench, 1-2. Derek Lowe in search of his 18th victory of the year tonight, coming in at 17-5. The nifty 2.29 ERA has him only behind Pedro heading into tonight's outing. High chopper to third. Hillenbrand able to backpedal. Long throw that is not going to get there in time. Jay Hillenbrand got virtually nothing on that throw, and Kevin Mensch able to beat it out.
Almost like Hillenbrand threw a changeup to first base. When pitchers grab a changeup, they put the whole baseball in the palm of their hand, and it almost seems like that's what happened here to Shea Hillenbrand. Couldn't get anything on the throw at all, and Mensch beats it out. They give Mensch a base hit.
So the first hit of the night, relinquished by Derek Lowe, brings up A-Rod. He has done it all. 323, 44 homers, 110 runs batted in. Jerry mentioned the league leader in home runs by 6 over Jim Thome, who has 38. Rafael Palmeiro, his teammate, is third in the American League with 34. So this next tandem of A-Rod and then Rafael Palmeiro, Derek Lowe will be very careful with.
A-Rod in his career against Lowe, only 1 for 11.
Leads the league in RBIs with 110. He is 5th in batting at 323. A legitimate Triple Crown threat, really. This past week he shared AL Player of the Week honors with Bernie Williams, who's also on fire as of late. Good cut from A-Rod. 2-1.
Well, the question will come up, Don, as we get closer to the end of the season. Will A-Rod get enough votes to be MVP? The thing that always works against him, obviously, is he's on a last-place ball club right now.
Something that has worked well for Giambi over the last couple of years and Ichiro, both on very successful clubs. You hear about all the money that Alex Rodriguez received, but if anybody is worth that kind of money, you'd have to say it's A-Rod. He has done nothing but produce under what has been a great deal of pressure, receiving those kinds of numbers. It is unfortunate that he has been the only shining light down there in Texas. So around the corner, and it's a full count.
Well, we'll see if they send the runner here on the 3-2 count. Obviously, a lot of ground balls from Lowe. They try to stay away from the double play.
A-Rod is fresh off a series against the Blue Jays in which he was 9 for 13 with 6 homers and 10 runs batted in over the last 3 games. Runner at first takes off, doesn't matter. Ball 4 down and away to A-Rod, and Lynch will pull up in front of second. The Rangers with 2 on and 1 away.
Batting fourth, number 25, the first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro.
Now, this middle part of the lineup, Don, scares pitchers, I think, probably as much as any team in the league. I mean, they got some guys that can do some quick damage against you.
Then rivals the middle of the Atlanta Braves order with Sheffield, Andrew Jones, and Chipper Jones. Rafael turns on it and grounds it outside of first, not by much.
And the Red Sox have the shift in the infield on with Palmeiro at the plate. Garcia Parra to the second base side. The only guy left over on that left side is Shea Hillenbrand, and he has to place close to the third base bag because of the man on second. So shortstop wide open for Palmeiro.
The 0-1 to Palmeiro. In there for the high strike. 0-2. Well, Lowe got behind Alex Rodriguez, ended up losing him, and now he has jumped ahead of Palmeiro, 0-2. Lynch at second, Rodriguez at first, 1 away. And Lowe missing away. Derek Lowe 2-2 against the Texas Rangers in his career. Look out, down by the shoe tops, and Palmeiro able to duck back out of the way. 2-2. host the third meeting of the season to address the club of the importance of the upcoming games and this homestand really beginning tonight. Grady said this is only the third time all year that he has talked to the club. And last time he talked to them, they turned around and lost 4 in a row. So he was looking to stay away from that scenario, but thought that it was very much a must tonight with this important homestand and what is before the Red Sox here for the rest of the season. Runners are off. 3-2 chop foul over by the Red Sox dugout. I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it was a tight meeting where Grady be knocking stuff over and hitting water coolers. I don't think Grady is really that kind of style of a manager.
No, those kind of meetings generally happen right after a tough loss when the manager's very upset. You know, the Red Sox have had an off day, and he's probably just gathered some thoughts on that day to relay to the ball club, and I'm sure it was not one of those kick-butt meetings.
Runners are off again, and it's back-to-back walks for Derek Lowe, A-Rod, and Palmeiro. The bases are loaded for the Rangers in the top of the first inning.
Well, Derek struggled, as I mentioned, early in that last game against Seattle, struggling with his control here in the first inning.
The catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
One of those games last time out, Don, that Lowe talked about being a starting pitcher. You get a chance to get out of trouble, and that's what happened. He had a rough start to the ball game, but was able to pitch his way out of it and then settle down. Immediate problems here. Bases loaded, and Ivan Rodriguez coming to the plate.
That has to be one of the biggest difference for him from last year to this year. He had that type of scenario last year, and the game's over. And this year he's been able to work out of some jams, and this is a big jam. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ivan Rodriguez, number 5 hitter for the Texas Rangers. Chops at it left side. Hillenbrand will try to start the double play, and the Red Sox turn it. You talk about a big double play. 5-4-3 on the inning-ending twin killing. The Rangers get nothing. Red Sox coming up from Fenway. Well, Derek Lowe able to get out of a major jam in the top of the first inning. It's on to the bottom of the first, and we take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup tonight. Johnny Damon in center field leading it off. Trot Nixon in right. Nomar Garciaparra having a fine month, 371. Manny Ramirez is in left. Cliff Floyd, the designated hitter. Ray Hillenbrand at third base. Brian Daubach at first, bats 7th. Jason Varitek does the catching, and Ray Sanchez bats 9th at second base.
Texas Rangers are 3rd in defense. They've made 69 errors on the season. Herbert Perry will be at third base. Alex Rodriguez, the shortstop. Michael Young at second, and Rafael Palmeiro at first. Left to right, Kevin Mench, Todd Hollinsworth, and Carl Everett. Ivan Rodriguez behind the plate, and on the mound, Joaquin Benoit. He has been up and down 5 different times from AAA to the big league this season. At AAA in 16 starts was 8-4. At the major league level, he is 2-2 with a 4.70 ERA. A lot of walks, 29 walks and 21 strikeouts in 38 in the third. The Red Sox saw him out of the bullpen the last time down there, down in Texas. 2 2/3, 4 hits and 1 run given up to Boston.
Well, Derek Lowe able to induce a double play ball that end the top of the first inning from Ivan Rodriguez. And the Red Sox fortunate to be batting in the scoreless game here in the bottom of the first inning. Joaquin Benoit, an amazing 5 stints with the Texas Rangers up and down to Oklahoma. Damon at 288, 10 homers and 56 runs batted in. Lou Maloney has been up and down a lot to Pawtucket, but I don't think he's ever been up and down 5 different times in one season.
You know what happened on this pitching staff of the Rangers have had so many injuries, especially in the bullpen. They've had to call guys back and forth all season long.
And Oklahoma is not exactly as close as Pawtucket is.
A lot of new names. C.J. Nikowski now with the team. Rob Bell has been moved to the bullpen. Oral Hershiser, the pitching coach.
I'm going to get that by Damon. 2-2 the count. 9th appearance for Joaquin Benoit, his 6th start of the year. And Rangers have made some changes to their starting rotation. Damon breaks the bat as he grounds it foul into the Boston dugout. The Rangers have changed up their rotation, and they'll be pitching Dennis Reyes in the third game of the series on Thursday night against Pedro Martinez. Kenny Rogers will get the start tomorrow night against Casey Fossum. And look at Jerry Narron, the manager of the Rangers. Foul outside of third. Herbert Perry moving over, but he won't have a play. It's really been the same old story for the Texas Rangers. Pretty good offense, some pretty good power numbers. Jerry mentioned second in home runs, only to the Yankees. But it is their pitching, last in the American League, a 5.24 earned run average collectively. And even with the addition of some pretty good pitchers during the offseason. They now sent Ishmael Valdez away. He joins the Seattle Mariners to beef up their attack. Payoff pitch to Damon. Popped up foul, and that'll end up above us.
Johnny Damon 4 for 25 on that last road trip for the Red Sox.
There were a few guys with some tough numbers from the road trip. And Daubach was 2 for 16 on the trip. Nomar 3 for 20. The payoff pitch again to Damon. In the air to right field. Carl Everett. See what kind of reception he gets as he makes the catch. There's your answer.
And Kyle responds with the tip of the cap. They booed him as he took his position out in right field, and that first fly ball to him. Same response, and Carl answers it with a little tip of the cap.
I wonder if Carl would prefer being in left field tonight rather than in right field. And the amount of heat he's likely to get from in behind him in the bleachers, and as the boxes jet around down the right field line. I'm quite sure he has come to play in this series as he did in Texas. Nixon lifts it in the air to shallow left. Mensch into the slide, and he's able to make the catch. Kevin Mensch had the obstacle of A-Rod coming back into short left, but he puts it into the hook slide, makes the catch.
Well, terrific play there by Kevin Mensch. I mean, there's a ball where you think it could be a big-time collision between A-Rod and the left fielder, but Mensch makes the sliding catch and takes a base hit away from Trot Nixon. Tremendous concentration there, especially with Rodriguez heading out in that direction.
The rookie Kevin Mensch able to make the catch. 2 down. Here's Nomar Garciaparra. Nomar with 20 home runs, 95 runs batted in, and he hits at .309. Garciaparra 8th in batting average at .309 coming into tonight's action. He slipped to 4th in the league in RBIs behind A-Rod. And we mentioned Nomar, a very tough trip, 3 for 20 on the road trip.
And missed the last game of the trip on Sunday with flu-like symptoms. So he benefited from the day off.
Benoit strikes out Garciaparra. First strikeout for Joaquin Benoit. Red Sox go 1-2-3. We played 1 from Fenway. No score.
Let's take a look at the batting leaders around baseball, brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Sweeney back on top of Ichiro, Bernie Williams, Ordonez, and A-Rod, the top 5 in the American League. The National League, Bonds a couple of points above Walker, Todd Helton, Guerrero, and Jeff Kent, top 5 in the National League.
Here comes Carl Everett. We've already got a pretty good idea what the reception will be as Carl bats for the first time tonight. Hubbard at .236, 13 homers and 44 runs batted in. He has been among the hottest of the Rangers as of late as he cranks it foul outside of first base. Everett 6 for 7 with 4 runs batted in over the last 2 games. He has hit safely in 13 of 14 August games and at .404 for the month of August. Second only to Bernie Williams during the same time span. Chopped up the middle. Sanchez on the backhand, able to throw out Everett. Nifty play turned in by the rangy second baseman Ray Sanchez.
That's the advantage for Ray, being second baseman and having a shortstop's arm. All those years at shortstop for Sanchez, the strong throwing arm. And as he's going away from first base, throws a strike to Daubach to get Everett. I'll tell you, Everett started to get hot just before the Red Sox got to Arlington. He continued against Boston and hasn't stopped since. Injuries have really hurt him in the first half of the season.
Here's Herbert Perry, former Tampa Bay Devil Ray. Perry at .260, 14 homers and 57 runs batted in on the year. He has 2 homers and 8 runs batted in over the last 4 games. The Rangers come in with a great many hot bats all the way through their lineup. Perry has not enjoyed his time at Fenway Park. 5 for 28 with a .179 batting average. As he chops it towards Sanchez, an easier play on the high hop. 2 down. The Yankees have an early 2-0 lead over the Angels tonight in the bottom of the first inning. Jason Giambi has hit a 2-run home run, his 31st of the year, to give the Yankees the early lead, while Oakland is beating Cleveland tonight 2-0 in the bottom of the first. Eric Chavez has hit a home run. Travis Hafner, the designated hitter tonight, batting 8th.
And as that West tightened up, Anaheim and Seattle now tied with Oakland only a game back. What a finish that's going to be. And they play each other a lot in the month of September.
Yeah, everybody plays inside their division, as do the Red Sox at the end of the month. And certainly people hoping the Red Sox can really take advantage of that last month within the division against the Baltimores and the Tampa Bays. We also have 5 games left with the Yankees. The Red Sox 7 games back of the Yankees heading into tonight's action. Here's a look at the AL West, and boy, is it ever snug. All good teams, and it doesn't appear that Anaheim is going anywhere. They got off to a very tough start.
Meaning they're not going to win, or they're not going to go away?
Meaning they're not going to go away.
Oh, okay.
You think they're going to go away?
No, I don't think they're going to go away.
No, that pitching is solid, and the team that got off to a tough start. In the air to left center field. Manny Ramirez is there. And the side's retired. And on a eventful second inning, Derek Lowe sends down the Rangers 1-2-3. We played an inning and a half from Fenway. No score. Coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Citizens Bank, not your typical bank. By New England Ford. Ford is leading the way with the best-selling cars and trucks. Log on to newenglandford.com for details. And by Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Cold down easy. On to the bottom of the second inning, the scoreless game. The Rangers with the game's only hit. Kevin Mench with an infield hit. Manny Ramirez to lead it off in the second inning. Red Sox win in order in the bottom of the first. With 20 homers, 64 runs batted in, and he's hitting at .321. He takes the strike, 1-1. Well, a lot of Red Sox hitters did not enjoy the trip. Ramirez was one of the hitters who did. He was 10 for 22 on the road trip with .455. 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 4 runs batted in. And then he fights it off, fouled off the right side, 1-2.
Does the infield dirt look a little darker to you than when we left, or is it just that we have not been here for so long?
It looks about the same to me.
Does it?
Yeah. I know they added the same red clay out around the warning track area as well.
Yeah, it looks like it has a little more of a reddish tint to it. I don't know. Not a big deal. I just.
I'd love to tell you that I noticed it too, but I really don't.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you have been away for a while and you forget what it looks like.
1-2 to Manny. Misses up top. Did your house look any different?
No, that always looks the same.
Must have been strange. You had back-to-back days off, Sunday and then Monday. It's almost like the All-Star break again for you.
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
The 2-2 in the air to left center field. Todd Hollandsworth's first step was in, but he's able to recover front of the track for the first out in the bottom of the second inning.
I guess we missed a full 9 days of very hot and humid weather here in Boston. We were fortunate out in Seattle have beautiful weather and very nice also in Minnesota, and I guess here was one day was over 100 degrees, 101. Beautiful tonight though.
We had great weather in Seattle and in Minnesota as well. Things are very comfortable in Minnesota. Here's Cliff Floyd, who is still only able to DH, still ailing from the hip flexor and tweaked his groin. He's got a couple of different injuries that have him as the DH for a while, as he has been. Broken bat, looper to left center field. Mensch moving in, makes the catch, 2 down.
Kevin Mensch playing his first game in left field here at Fenway Park, and he was out during batting practice taking fly balls off the wall like most visiting players do the first time or they visit Fenway. Or actually, guys do it all the time. Some of them every time they come into the ballpark.
5 in a row retired from Joaquin Benoit so far tonight. Shea Hillenbrand, 302, 17 homers and 70 runs batted in. Hillenbrand was 2 for 4 with a double in the final game of the series against the Twins on Sunday night, and was 6 for 24 on the last road trip. Hit of the night for the Red Sox as Hillenbrand rifles it to left field, and the Red Sox have their first base runner.
As Shea got himself with that nice hit, his count, 2 balls, no strike. Fastball from Benoit right down the middle, and Hillenbrand picks up the line drive base hit to left field. Top spin line drive. Give the Red Sox their first hit of the night.
Moves up Brian Daubach with 2 down. 265, 16 homers and 56 runs batted in. Brian was just 2 for 16 on the last road trip and out after the first pitch aggressively. That caught in the luxury box or no?
Les Otten made a horrible play on that. It rolled right into his hands and then right out. Les Otten right here. That was, well, a typical luxury box attempt.
You are aware that he is one of the owners.
Hey, you call him as you see him, and that's one he should have had.
3-0-1. Misses up and away.
Not could have, should have.
Les, I thought you gave it a great try, and it was a tough play. So I remind you that I'm Don Orsillo, and it was Jerry Remy who said you blew it. The 1-1 to Daubach. Big cut from Ryan, 1-2. Just want to make sure that he knew it was not me.
Well, I think he probably got that message by now. Still a ball he should have had. I don't care.
And Brand with the lead at first. The 1-2 in the air down the line in left. Mensch moving over. Out goes Perry, but neither will have a chance. Few rows deep into the box seats. Mensch has been all over the place from left field tonight. The Texas Rangers heading into tonight's action at 54-68. They are not part of the AL West as far as the good teams. Texas 19.5 games back of Anaheim, who showed how tightly knit the top of the division is. Anaheim, Seattle, and Oakland, and Texas well off the pace. The 1-2. Got him. Second strikeout for Benoit as the Red Sox leave a man. We play 2 from Fenway, no score.
Back at Fenway, no score as we go to the top of the third. Top 3 there in Somerset. I'm not sure that's the correct order, but me should be first, I would think. Anyway, H.P. Hood is rooting for the Red Sox and kids throughout New England. Each time the Red Sox strike out an opponent, make a double play, or hit a home run at Fenway, Hood donates $100 to the Hood Home Team Advantage Fund. So far, more than $50,000 has been raised for children's hospitals all over New England. That's a new Hood sign, isn't it?
I think it is. Looks different. I'm told that it is. Looks like there are more sides to it. It used to be only the front. Now it looks like a couple of different directions. And some other new signage here at Fenway Park tonight as well. As we head now to the top of the third inning. Beautiful night tonight at Fenway. Very comfortable conditions. 76 degrees to begin the ball game. Michael Young leading it off for the Texas Rangers, a number 9 hitter. 7 homers, 41 runs driven in, and a .261 batting average. On the corner, strike 3. Derek Lowe makes very quick work of Michael Young. First strikeout of the night for Lowe.
After struggling a little bit with his control in that first inning, then got the big double play. The control certainly back in the second, and now to start off the third. Coming back to pick up the outside corner with a little bit of help from Veritek on that. Lowe picks up his first strikeout.
Here's Todd Hollandsworth, a one-time Rookie of the Year. He was the National League Rookie of the Year with the Dodgers in '96. Rifled right back at Derek Lowe. Somehow snares it and hits underhanded to retire Hollandsworth. 2 down. A rocket.
Right hand is falling off toward first base. And one big high hop. He had to reach back across his backside to make that play, and then he'll run it halfway to first base with the underhand flip. Nice play by Derek Lowe. The ones that bounce up high, pitchers have a pretty good chance at. The ones that stay low, those are awfully tough.
Especially at the height of Derek Lowe. Here is Kevin Mensch. Eric Hinsky leading all rookies in home runs. Mensch is third in RBIs among rookies with 46. Pulled on that pitch, 1-1. Minch made his major league debut on April the 9th. And this is his third stint with the Texas Rangers. He's been up and down to Oklahoma quite a bit this year. The Oklahoma City Red Hawks. Minch has started 34 games in left. That's where he is tonight. 32 games in right. A versatile outfielder. He played a lot of right when the Red Sox were in Texas. Chopped down the third base line. Hillenbrand in foul ground. 2-2 now.
Carl Everett was playing left field in Texas. He has since played some center field. Tonight playing right field. Minch gets the responsibility of the left field wall. Did Carl play much right field for the Red Sox?
I don't know that he ever did.
Yeah.
Low and away, and it's a full count now to Kevin Minch. Minch, the only hit off Derek Lowe so far, an infield hit. It was chopped to third base back in the first inning. Red Sox home on a very important homestand as they welcome the Texas Rangers to begin the homestand. Anaheim and then the Yankees before it's over. In the air, hit pretty well to right center field. On the run is Damon, lays it out, can't catch it. Knocks it down on a hop, able to keep it in front of him, and into second base goes Kevin Minch. Now 2 for 2, has both Texas hits.
A terrific effort there by Johnny Damon. That ball slicing away off the bat of the right-hander, and Damon, who has been bothered on and off by that bad knee, will take a dive at it and traps it. Nice effort, but mention a second base with the 2-out double. Every time you see Damon hit the ground like that, you become concerned about that knee swelling up on him again.
So a runner in scoring position. Alex Rodriguez, the hitter, who walked back in the first inning. And Derek Lowe starts off ahead. There are so many milestones that A-Rod is already hitting. Became the second youngest player in history to hit 250 home runs at 26 years of age. Did it May 1st in Toronto. And he juices this to deep left center field. Johnny Damon back, front of the wall, leaps and makes the catch. Johnny Damon up against the wall to deep left center. Takes one away from A-Rod. That'll do it. The Rangers are gone without a run. We played 2.5 from Fenway, no score. The Boston Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Aflac. Ask about it at work. And by Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi. Back at Fenway after 2.5, no score. Johnny Damon with a great catch out there up against the wall in left center.
Saving a run for the Red Sox, right back to the wall, timing his leap as he gets to the warning track and clearly in the glove, and then pounding off that wall. You could hear the wall, and you figured maybe the baseball hit it first, then in the glove, but clearly that shot we had previous to that one showed that Johnny did make the catch. Two nice plays in that inning. A nice effort on that base, that double by Minch, and then of course to take extra bases away from A-Rod.
Here's Varitek for the first time tonight. Grayson hitting at 269. 8 homers and 46 runs batted in. Varitek was 3 for 19 on the road trip.
Had a career-high 16-game hitting streak that stopped on August 1st. Since that time, only a 120 batting average for Varitek.
It's fouled at the plate. 2-1 now to Jason.
And with that, Grady Little has moved him to the 8th spot in the batting order. He was hitting much higher on that past road trip.
Ian Trott had the hitting streak again the same night. It was against these Texas Rangers in the first game of the 4-game series in Texas. Brian Daubach, who had been hitting lower in the order, bats 7th tonight, with Varitek dropping to 8th. The 3-1 to Varitek. Carves it foul back to the backstop. Full count. So far, Joaquin Benoit has been very good. He's given up just 1 hit. Shea Hillenbrand single to left in the 2nd inning. Benoit has 2 strikeouts and has not walked anyone so far. The payoff pitch to Varitek. Off the end of the bat, foul off the left side.
Benoit's coming off a start against the White Sox, his shortest of his major league career. 3 2/3 innings and had 6 walks in that game against Chicago.
Varitek laces this to right down towards the corner, and it'll one-hop the wall. Jason Varitek thinking too. Everett having problems in right field. Jason will get there easily. Everett appeared to have some problems there against the short fencing in right as he corrals it back in the corner, but not before Varitek's in the second base with a double.
3-2 changeup that time from Benoit, and right down the line. It's almost like in hockey where that puck goes around the corners. A similar thing here at Fenway. Here comes Everett. He's going to dive at it almost to make sure it doesn't get by him, and that'll keep Varitek at second base. Paul Carroll tells me that Everett did play 1 game in right field for the Red Sox in the 2 seasons.
The second base, Ray Sanchez.
So the Red Sox have their first runner reach second base in the game. Varitek stands there with nobody out. Ray Sanchez, the number 9 hitter. And on the grass at third is Herbert Perry. Up over the mound towards second. Michael Young charging and throwing in time to get Ray, but works well. Gets Varitek over to third with 1 down.
Good job by Sanchez. Swings at a lot of first pitches. Had his mind made up. He was going to hit the ball to the right side to advance the runner, and gets the job done. Nice play also by Michael Young. Michael Young leads all second basemen in fielding percentage in the American League.
The center fielder.
So the Red Sox do get the runner to third base with less than 2 outs on the job done by Sanchez.
Chance for the Red Sox to jump on top here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Johnny Damon flied to right his first time. Damon was 4 for 25 on this last road trip for the Red Sox. Fouls it off the left side. 1-1 to Damon. Johnny Damon 3rd in the American League in runs scored with 93. A-Rod is 1st. And Alfonso Soriano is 2nd. Jason Varitek stands at 3rd, 1 down. In the air to shallow left. A-Rod and Herbert Perry. In comes Mensch. And nobody will make the catch as it lands foul down the third base line.
Kevin Mench, he's got that uniform a little dirty here early in the ball game. He's been all over the place. A-Rod can't get to it as he checks out how close he is to the stands. Mench into the slide, and the fan actually reaching over to knock that ball out, but I don't think anybody could have got it, so that's why they didn't call fan interference. If somebody's camped under that, they would have called that fan interference.
So Johnny Damon still alive. 1-2 to Damon. Popped up again, left side of the Texas infield. Herbert Perry ducking back, Mench in from left, and he makes the catch. An adventure with Herbert Perry on his right and Alex Rodriguez on his left. He's able to make the catch for the inning's second out.
Well, it's like one of those pop-ups that nobody wanted any part of except the left fielder. Mench again in the middle of everything. Calls off Perry, calls off Rodriguez. Wow. Well, the Red Sox need a clutch 2-out base hit now. Leave the man at third base with 1 out. Johnny Damon frustrated. Trot Nixon will try to pick him up.
Nixon fourth in that category. Miguel Tejada leading the American League at 385. See if he can do it here as he takes ball 1. Behind 2-0. He's yet to walk anyone so far through 2 2/3 innings. The Rangers are on a 7-game road trip that begins tonight. There are 3 games here against the Red Sox and then 4 against the Yankees over the weekend. The 2-0 pitch to Nixon. Slices it foul back to the backstop. 2-1. Joaquin Benoit. 5 different stints with the Texas Rangers this year. He was 8-4 at AAA, and it's his 9th appearance of the year for the Texas Rangers, trying to get out of a jam. The 2-1 to Nixon. Oh, and inside 3-1.
One difference we're seeing from Benoit here than that relief appearance in Texas. More changeups.
Omar Garcia-Parra waits on deck. Ball 4 to Nixon. So we will see Nomar as Nixon takes the first walk of the night, relinquished by Joaquin Benoit. Alex Rodriguez in from shortstop to talk to Joaquin Benoit.
The shortstop,
Nomar struck out swinging his first time in the first inning. 1 of 2 Ks tonight for Joaquin Benoit. Nomar inside for ball 1. 3:28 with runners in scoring position for Nomar. Veritek stands at third, Nixon at first, 2 outs. Scoreless in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-1 to Nixon. Or to Garcia-Parra, I should say.
It's a changeup again behind Nomar 1-0, but then throws that changeup and really not a good one up and in, but Nomar fouling it straight back.
See, Oakland has a 5-0 lead now. Jermaine Dye a 3-run home run. The Angels ahead of the Yankees 4-2. Garrett Anderson with a 3-run home run tonight. A 1-1 to Garciaparra. Backs him off the plate again. 2-1.
Oakland's making that push like they did a year ago, except a little bit later this year. 8-2 in their last 10 games. They've won 6 in a row.
The second straight year that they've gotten off to a very tough start. This year they did it without Jason Giambi. And still have that fine pitching. The 2-1, Nomar with a very big cut. 2-2. Derek Lowe was able to pitch his way out of a jam in the first inning. Joaquin Benoit dealing with his first jam. Runners at the corners, 2 down. The 2-2 to Nomar. Bouncing in. Nicely knocked down by Rodriguez. Trying for second is Nixon. He'll get there. Very close, and Nixon able to work his way into scoring position. Bobbled for just a moment by Irod.
Was that saved by the home plate umpire Jim Joyce? It looks like the ball got by Ivan Rodriguez and then caromed off Jim Joyce. If so, it saved the run. Yeah, right off the shoulder of the umpire. And because of that, the run can't score from third base, and Nixon just barely advances to second. So in that case, the Red Sox playing against 10 guys instead of 9.
Nixon at second, Baratek at third, 2 down. The payoff pitch to Nomar on the ground down the third baseline. A fair ball deep at third. Perry's got no play, run in. Baratek comes from third, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0.
Right over the third base bag for Garciaparra. Makes the contact with 2 strikes, a breaking ball away, and right down the third base line. Absolutely no play at all for Perry. Could not go home. Couldn't get the man at third, and no way he's going to go across the diamond to get Garciaparra. Man, that was close. No argument at all from Perry or anybody in that dugout. Nomar picks up his 96th RBI of the season.
Nixon moved over to third, so the Red Sox with runners at the corners, 2 down. Manny Ramirez fly deeply to center field his first time up. Tried to hold up and could not. Strike 1 to Ramirez.
That was also Nomar's 38th 2-out RBI, which leads the Red Sox in that category. Clutch 2-out base hit.
Sox have a run in on top 1-0 as they continue to bat in the bottom of the third inning. And he fouls it off the right side, 1-1. Benoit gave up the leadoff double to Baratek, who has scored the game's only run. Now he's ready with the 1-1. There he goes lunging. He gets away from Irod. Coming from third is Nixon, and Ramirez will be out at first before Nixon can score, and that'll do the inning. So lunging after it was Manny Ramirez, the third strikeout for Benoit. The Red Sox do get a run in the inning, and at the end of 3, lead it 1-0. And by MasterCard. Go to MLB.com to vote for the MasterCard most memorable moment in baseball history. On to the 4th inning. Red Sox grab a run. This is in the air to left field, sending Ramirez back, and And he'll take care of Rafael Palmeiro for the first out of the 4th inning. Time now for our Aflac trivia question.
The catcher, Ivan
And the question tonight, when is the last time the Red Sox had 2 20-game winners in the same season? We'll have the answer for you in the next half inning. Derek Lowe tonight vying for his 18th victory of the year, coming in at 17-5. Here's Ivan Rodriguez. He grounds it foul off the end of the bat. He grounded into a 5-4-3 inning-ending double play back in the 1st inning, which got Derek Lowe out of a major jam. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Ivan grounded into the double play.
Ivan Rodriguez numbers down a bit this year. He missed quite a bit of time with a herniated disc in his back.
It's been a hot 9 for his last 18. A little number in front of the plate. Baratek aggressively out, a fair ball, and he throws out Ivan Rodriguez, his counterpart. 2 down.
Nice play by Varitek. Quick feet, get out in front of home plate, get that ball before it kicks back into foul territory.
Number 2, the right
Bounce right in front of the plate. Look at Varitek bounce out there, make sure it stays in fair territory, and then get the out at first base.
Here's Everett for the 2nd time tonight. Carl grounded out to second base his first time. A career .295 hitter at Fenway Park. In his first game back at Fenway since leaving the Red Sox. In the air, very high, not terribly deep to left. Ramirez waiting. And it finally comes down to retire the side. Derek Lowe cruising right along. It's a 1-2-3 fourth. We played 3.5 from Fenway. 1-0 Red Sox. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park. The Red Sox and the Texas Rangers 3.5 deep into this one. The Red Sox on top 1-0. They got a run in the last of the 3rd inning. Nomar's RBI infield single leading to that run. Varitek hit double to begin the inning. Bench has the 2 hits the Texas Rangers have, a single and a double. Derek Lowe 4 scoreless innings. Joaquin Benoit 3 innings, giving up just the 1 earned run. He has struck out 3. Bottom of the 4th inning, Cliff Floyd, Shea Hillenbrand, and Brian Daubach to face Joaquin Benoit. Floyd fly to left his first time up. And Cliff out after the first one, fouling it off the left side. .346 for Cliff Floyd over the last 7 games. Cliff not entirely 100% with the hip flexor situation, the groin pull. Playing his way through as the designated hitter. Omar back in the lineup tonight after the stomach flu kept him out of the order on Sunday night against Minnesota in the final game of the series. This is in the air to left field. Mensch headed back, and he's there to make the catch. Time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question tonight. A question from an inning ago. When is the last time the Red Sox had 2 20-game winners in the same season? 1949. Mel Parnell was 25-7, and Ellis Kinder 23-6. And the Red Sox have a very good chance of doing that this year with Derek Lowe and Pedro Martinez. Shea Hillenbrand single to left his first time. A new lid for Pedro, yes?
Yeah, looks like he's had a little work done.
I like it. On the ground towards A-Rod at short. On to Palmeiro, 2 down.
A-Rod at shortstop, only 5 errors on the season, plays every single day.
Number 23.
That's not an easy thing down in that heat in Texas, playing all their home games in 90-plus weather, sometimes around 100 degrees.
A lot of night games down there. They play all night games in Texas. Two down. Brian Daubach struck out swinging his first time. I saw Dustin Hermanson at the ballpark tonight. He is no longer on his rehab in Pawtucket. Was not activated before the game as of yet. They were going to have him throw on the side tonight and perhaps activate him soon, but was not activated before the game tonight.
I think Grady Little said possibly Thursday would be the day that he would be activated. He doing a rehab assignment right over the weekend and threw on the side today, and will be in the bullpen as Tim Wakefield will continue in the starting rotation after a couple of outstanding starts for Wakefield.
By all accounts, Hermanson did well in his rehab in Pawtucket. Certainly important to remember that with all the injuries that Dustin Hermanson has had this year, none have been to his throwing arm. So he's got a lot of bullets left, and hopefully down the stretch will be a key contributor. Daubach goes the opposite way. Mensch got a good break and can't make the catch. One hop, and Daubach's aboard with a 2-out single to left.
Once again, Kevin Mensch on the run out there in left field, and again the sliding play, but plays it on one hop. Little inside-out swing by Daubach, slicing it just in front of Mensch. Makes a nice play to keep it in front of him and hold Daubach to the single. That the uniform's going to need a good washing and maybe a little repair work after this one's over.
Two down. Here's Jason Varitek, who doubled his last time up, came around to score the lone run of the game. Varitek leading off with a double last innings, the first time the Red Sox have had the lead man on tonight. Daubach has reached with 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And a strike to even the count at 1. Joaquin Benoit, 2-2 coming into tonight's action. One up top now, snap throw to first, and just back in time was Daubach. Have to be careful, of course. The great catcher, Ivan Rodriguez, not afraid.
Mentioned limited playing time this year for Ivan Rodriguez, but he does have 2 pickoffs on the season, and he's one guy that once that ball gets by the hitter, you better get back to that first base bag in a hurry, because he loves to throw and show off that arm.
The 1-2 to Varitek. Got him. Went up top to do so. 4th strikeout for Joaquin Benoit. Red Sox leave a man. We've played 4 from Fenway. 1-0 Boston. As it comes, you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. Back at Fenway through 4. Red Sox on top 1-0. The Red Sox out hitting the Rangers 4-2 as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Derek Lowe has retired the last 4 Texas Rangers in a row. A few more fly ball outs than we are accustomed to from Derek Lowe. Herbert Perry, Travis Hefner, and Michael Young, the bottom 3rd of the Rangers order. Right back at Derek, through off the bag at second and kicks into center field. Ray Sanchez had a chance until it hit the bag. It kicks in behind him. And Perry's aboard with Texas's 3rd hit of the night.
And Sanchez had to go so far and was so deep that even if he makes this play, I doubt he has a chance to get Perry at first. Lowe almost made a play like that earlier in the ball game, reaching across his body, but not that time. Then caroms off that second base bag.
Travis Hafner.
Kevin Mensch had an infield hit and a double for the 2 previous hits for the Rangers. Herbert Perry singling here. 3rd hit of the night for Texas. And here's Travis Hafner, line to left his first time. A tremendous year at Oklahoma City so far for Hafner, and as a result has gotten the call up to the Texas Rangers.
Got off to a quick start, but has won for his last 19.
He is from North Dakota and the 5th native of North Dakota to homer in the major leagues. Recalled from Oklahoma on August the 6th. The 2nd native of North Dakota to ever play for the Texas Rangers, joining Rick Helling, who's also from North Dakota. And a big cut at the 2-0, 2-1.
Former roommate of mine, Dave Collins, was also from North Dakota. I'm sure he's one of those guys on that home run list. I think Dave right now is coaching with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Broken bat liner snared by Hillenbrand, who stares the runner back. No throw, and Hafner is retired for the first out of the inning.
Good sinker there by Lowe. Broke the bat. With Hafner, you could tell it was hit right toward the end of the bat. Sounded funny. And right at Shea Hillenbrand, no chance to double up. Herbert Perry at first base didn't get a chance to get far off that bag. See if they try a little hit and run here with Young at the plate.
Number 9 hitter struck out his first time. The only strikeout so far tonight for Derek Lowe. Young has struggled as of late as well. He's 4 for his last 22. And Lowe starts off ahead. Michael Young, known for his defense more than his offense. As Jerry mentioned earlier, he is first among AL second basemen in fielding percentage. No errors in the last 32 games for the Texas Rangers. 1-1 to Michael Young. Anaheim was on top of the Yankees 5-2. Oakland on top of Cleveland 5-0. The Yankees before the game tonight facing Mariano Rivera on the 15-day DL again. MRI revealing the strained right shoulder. 3rd stint on the DL for Mariano Rivera this year for the Yankees. The 1-2 in the dirt gets away from Baratek, and Herbert Perry is headed for second base. Easily getting up to second on the wild pitch.
Well, we'll see how that affects the Yankees. The last time Rivera was on the disabled list, they survived just fine. They had Mendoza closing out some games, Carce. Been an injury-riddled season this year for Mendoza, who obviously over the last number of years has been very durable for the Yankees.
The Yankees 77-45, largely without Mariano Rivera. A 7-game lead over the Red Sox heading into tonight's action. Derek Lowe has thrown 61 pitches as he works with one out here in the 5th inning. Dealing with Michael Young, a full count runner at second. And chopped toward shortstop. Garcia Parra with a throw to first. Gets it there in time. On to third goes Herbert Perry, who broke with contact. And with 2 outs in the inning, the Rangers have the game-tying run 90 feet away.
Good job by Perry. Just because the ball is hit to that left side of the infield, that does not mean you can't go to third base. You've got to be able to judge where the shortstop is, how hard the ball is hit, and he realizes no way Nomar could get him at third base. So he moves up a bag.
Some alert running. A wild pitch got him to second base, and the ground out to the left side to third. Todd Hollingsworth 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Last time very sharply back to the mound. Hollingsworth, one of those fine rookies produced by the Los Angeles Dodgers some years ago, and he was the National League Rookie of the Year. He played in 60 games with the Colorado Rockies before the trade at the deadline. 1-1 now to Hollingsworth. And the Rangers have hardly got to see him play. Came over, played 3 games, and then left a game. And has been sidelined since August 4th with the pulled left quadricep that placed him on the 15-day DL.
He get traded for Kapler?
Yes.
Yeah, Gabe Kapler.
So, yeah. He's hitting pretty well in his last 13 games as a member of the Rockies. He was hitting at .370. Herbert Perry at third, 2 down. The 2-1. On the ground, Daubach. It's a fair ball. Gets it foul ground. Bobbles, but stays with it. Lowe covers. Red Sox get out of the jam. Ryan Daubach had to go into foul ground to recover, but they do indeed get Hollingsworth. The Red Sox at the end of 4.5 on top 1-0.
1-0 Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Well, don't miss the Paw Sox autograph baseball night on Friday, August 23rd at McCoy Stadium. The first 4,000 children 14 years old and under will receive a baseball autograph by the Paw Sox, compliments of Nesson and Dunkin' Donuts. For tickets, call 401-724-7300 or visit pawsox.com.
Ray Sanchez, Johnny Damon, and Trot Nixon. The bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Red Sox on top 1-0. Joaquin Benoit has been pretty good over the first 4 innings. Red Sox got to him for a run in the 3rd inning. He's only given up 4 hits. I mentioned that last time out for Benoit, he went just 3 2/3 innings. His shortest outing as a starter, giving up 6 runs, but prior to that, a very good outing against the Detroit Tigers, in which he went 7 1/3, giving up 7 hits on just 2 runs. And tonight having a fine outing for the Texas Rangers. The 0-2 to Sanchez. Made very quick work of Ray Sanchez. 5th strikeout for Joaquin Benoit, 1 down. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Don, thanks very much. Lizzie Edwards celebrating her birthday with some friends. Took them to the Fenway for the first time ever. They're here from Martha's Vineyard, and you've got the sign for Don and Jerry. You guys are all set to get on TV.
Yeah. We wanted to do anything that we could to get on TV, pretty much.
They went all out. If you look down from the press box, they've got a different sign every inning. Amanda, how many signs did you guys make?
We brought 5 total to show we have so much support on the Vineyard for the Red Sox.
We got the Don and Jerry sign, the TC sign. These guys really wanted to make sure they got on TV, so you had to make the birthday wish come true, guys.
All right, Tom, thanks very much.
From beautiful Martha's Vineyard, huh?
That's terrific. Have you spent any time over there?
Some, very little, yeah. We used to go to football games down there.
Really? I spent more time in Nantucket than I have Martha's Vineyard, but I hear it's very nice. One down for Johnny Damon.
How do you get to Nantucket? Do you take the ferry or?
Well, I'm not going to take a kayak.
No, I know that, but do you fly over the Nantucket?
No, it's like a ferry.
Ferry?
Yeah.
That's a pretty long ride, isn't it?
Yeah. Not really. I think it's 2 hours.
A couple hours?
Yeah. I thought you were getting back to the kayak reference. That's where I thought you were going with that. I mean, to jump on you.
No, I was not going to bring that up, but I figured you went on a private plane or something over to Nantucket. A lot of people do that.
I know. Broken bat. Little looper around the bag at second. A-Rod is there. 2 down. Johnny Damon has flown out 3 times.
Number 7, the right fielder, Trot Nixon.
Here is Trot Nixon. Flied to left in the first, walked in the third. And the breaking ball missing to Nixon. Nomar Garcia-Parra waits on deck. Pretty little call. The team meeting tonight at 5:50 at Fenway Park. It is going to discuss the future more so than what has happened here in the past. And they're hopefully rallying the troops here for this important homestand and the rest of the season as the Red Sox tonight beginning 7 games back in the AL East. 3.5 back of the Anaheim Angels and the Seattle Mariners in the wild card.
You could see on that last road trip his frustration start to grow, as much as he's going to show it. But you could tell as that trip was going on that he was becoming very unhappy with the way things were going. And you know, as bad as it looks over the last couple of weeks, I mean, they're still in pretty good shot to get into postseason play. I mean, obviously the talent's there. You've got that month of September where you can really cause some damage while other teams might be knocking each other off, but it's got to start to turn around right now. I mean, it can't continue on the way it's been.
Grady was asked by some of the writers if he was going to do some yelling and screaming to get the players going, and his response was that it does not work with his wife, so why would he do it with his team? That he finds if he talks more calm and collectively that perhaps more will listen to him, and we'll see if it works as the Red Sox tonight on top 1-0 into the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 on, 2 outs, and Omar takes ball 1. Omar ahead 2-0. He's got one of the 4 Boston hits. His infield hit right up over the bag at third. Drove in the Red Sox first run and the lone run of the contest. Broken bat, pop up. Alex Rodriguez behind the bag at second to make the catch, and that'll do it in the inning. The Red Sox leave a man. We played 5 from Fenway. 1-0 Red Sox.
The Red Sox have the lead after 5. Let's take a look at the stolen base leaders around baseball, brought to you by Mobile Speed Pass. Soriano with 34, Carlos Beltran of Kansas City 29, Derek Jeter 27, and Johnny Damon 4th in the league at 26. The National League, that list has pretty much stayed the same. Castillo with 39, Juan Pierre now tied with Alex Sanchez at 34.
Red Sox still on top 1-0 as we head to the visiting half of the 6th inning. Kevin Mensch had a fine game defensively for the Texas Rangers, also as 2 of the 3 hits that they have tonight. An infield hit to third and a double. That's a right center field for Kevin Mensch. Mensch should be followed by Alex Rodriguez and Rafael Palmeiro in the inning. Released foul back into the seats. Nice gesture. How happy is he? Lowe with the 0-2. Backs him off the plate. Derek Lowe tonight has just one strikeout. Struck out the number 9 hitter Michael Young in the 3rd inning. He's actually walked more than he has struck out. He walked 2 in the 1st inning. Hit hard outside of 3rd. Tough try for the ball girl down the left field line. His stamina would be a question for Derek Lowe as we move deeper into the season, into the rotation after being a reliever all of last year. Certainly showed no signs of tiring. He offered. Yes, he did. Dale Scott, first base umpire, just to be sure, rings him up. Second strikeout for Derek Lowe, 1 down. We'll take a look at our runs generated average stat. We have Alex Rodriguez matched up with Omar tonight. A-Rod at 269, Omar at 188.
The slugging percentage for A-Rod, 660 on the season. And that's the highest number we've seen so far, 26. And the league average of about 14.
There is A-Rod, who walked his first time, fly to the track and center in the 3rd. Great catch by Johnny Damon up against the wall out in left center field.
As both those guys well above the league average, both Garcia-Parra and A-Rod just about on top of the world. If there was a league higher than this, I think that he'd probably be playing pretty well in that one too.
He fouls it back. It's amazing how he's responded to the pressure down there in Texas. Jerry Narron's team 54-68, 19.5 games back. The 1-2 to A-Rod. This is away, 2-2.
Must have come of those numbers in case that's the first time you've seen that graphic. It's multiplying the slugging percentage times the on-base percentage, and that's how you come up with the runs generated.
The 2-2. Got him. Back-to-back Ks for Derek Lowe. He had only 1 K through the first 5, but both Bench and Alex Rodriguez down by way of the K here in the 6th.
Well, we mentioned A-Rod's had some problems now. 1 for 13 in his career against Derek Lowe. That looked to be a changeup that time from Derek to pick up the strikeout. So A-Rod, who came in the game with an 11-game hitting streak, 0 for 2 with a walk.
There's Rafael Palmeiro, who walked in the first, fly to left in the 4th. And Palmeiro with the cut, 1-1. There are so many incredible numbers when you're talking about Alex Rodriguez, and it's tough to give you them all. But to think of his age and what he has already accomplished, it is going to be amazing to see what he does at the end of his career.
What is he, 26 years old?
26 years old. He's just the 6th player in history with 40 or more home runs in at least 5 straight seasons. He joins Babe Ruth, Ralph Kiner, Duke Schneider, Ken Griffey Jr., and Sammy Sosa. 2-2. This is away to Palmeiro, and it's a full count. Derek Lowe is now retired 5 Rangers in a row. And a 3-2 on the ground outside of first and foul.
First base coach for Texas, DeMarlo Hale, who used to be in the Red Sox organization as a player, and I believe as a coach too, right, Don?
Yes, he was the manager of the Trenton Thunder, Double-A.
Double-A baseball.
Very highly thought of, actually, around baseball.
Yeah, coached him, and he was in Double-A, New Britain. Great kid. Worked hard.
Derek Lowe walks Rafael Palmeiro for the second time tonight, and Palmeiro at first with 2 down. The third walk given up by Derek Lowe.
The catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
The Texas Rangers have had success against the AL East. The Rangers are 15-7 against the AL East. Ivan Rodriguez bats with 2 outs. Palmeiro at first. He is grounded out twice. Derek Lowe trying to become the AL's first 18-game winner tonight. Working with the narrowest of leads on top 1-0.
Derek felt like he had a strike there on Ivan Rodriguez, not called by Jim Joyce. A little frustration on the face of Lowe.
Foul down the right field line, 1-1 now to Ivan Rodriguez.
Is Pudge a free agent at the end of the season?
I think he is, yeah.
No, he hasn't re-signed, has he?
No. And you would think he would command a great deal of money.
General Manager Jim Hart here tonight, coming over from the Cleveland organization in his first full season with the Texas Rangers. Made a lot of moves to try to help that pitching staff in the offseason, but a lot of injuries have hurt.
Hard hit, one hopper to Nomar. The easy way to second, and the side retired. Texas leaves a man. We played 5.5 from Fenway. Red Sox on top 1-0. NESN's exclusive coverage of Boston Red Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Corona. Relax and enjoy an ice cold Corona Extra. By your New England Jeep dealer. Jeep, there's only one. And by Hess Express, the store with more. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway, last of the 6th inning. Red Sox on top 1-0. This is Derek Lowe heading off after last inning. Not overly pleased, apparently, with that last inning. '87 pitches thrown by Derek Lowe tonight so far. As Manny Ramirez leads off the 6th inning. Got to figure what that's about.
Well, anytime you put a 0 up on that board, but maybe Lowe not happy with a couple of calls or the way he threw, but a couple of strikeouts in that inning, the force play to end it, and the 1 walk to Palmeiro.
And he has fly to the track in center and has struck out so far tonight. In the hole, nothing in 2.
Before I forget, Don, I have to wish a happy anniversary to Pat and Lois Flynn, who celebrated their anniversary yesterday. Happy anniversary. Very close friends of Sparky Anderson. The
Really?
Flynn's, yes.
Terrific manager. What do they used to call him? Was it Captain Hook?
Captain Hook. Captain Hook. He would come out to the mound. He would put his hand out, and you just place the baseball in the hand. There's no conversation. No trying to talk Sparky out of it. Just put the ball in the hand and go to the dugout.
1-2 to Manny Ramirez. And it evens out at 2-2. Joaquin Benoit has been very good tonight through the first 5. He has struck out 5, walked 2, and given up 4 hits and a run to the Red Sox so far tonight, but has kept them in check. The 2-2 to Ramirez. Off the handle foul off the right side.
I think Sparky might have got that nickname in Cincinnati when some of those great teams, the Big Red Machine that he managed, obviously great team on the field, but starting pitching was not always that great. He had a very good bullpen, and I think he got the reputation of going to that bullpen a little bit early, and that's where he got the captain hook.
And 2-2 again to Manny. Going away, and it's a full count. Ramirez was down quickly 0-2, but he has patiently worked the count full. With Floyd and then Shea Hillenbrand expected in the inning. The 3-2 to Manny. Wrap inside the bag at third. Kicks off the boxes into left. Then she'll run it down, and Manny will take a wide turn at first, but he's aboard with a leadoff hit.
Well, the Red Sox been wearing out that third base bag tonight. Garcia Parra's hit with 2 outs back in the third to drive in a run right down the line, and now Ramirez on a breaking ball right down the line. It caroms right there off the stands, and when it bounces back in that area, it's usually just a single. Well, about 3 inches from going all the way down that left field line, and 2 bases for Ramirez.
It's only the second time all night that the Red Sox have had the lead man on. Jason Varitek reached on a double to begin things in the third inning, and he scored the game's only run. Cliff Floyd is 0 for 2. He's flied out to left on 2 occasions. Missing away. He's pitched well tonight, but for the first time tonight, the Rangers have action in the pen. Juan Alvarez, a left-hander, warming in the pen. Benoit has thrown 88 pitches in his outing tonight as he's ready with the 1-0. Floyd with a monster swing, 1-1. Big cut. This one gets away from Rodriguez. Manny trying for a second, and he'll get there. Ramirez breaking right away, and he's able to get into scoring position with nobody out.
Looked like a changeup and tried to backhand it. Did Ivan Rodriguez. He's expecting that ball away. It comes inside, caroms off the glove, and Manny still a close play at second base. Clearly in safely, though, and then A-Rod just kept tagging him in case he came off the bag.
Well, the Red Sox with a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Chance to add on to a 1-0 advantage. The 1-2 to Floyd. He went upstairs to get him. Cliff with a cut. And the first out of the inning. That is strikeout number 6 tonight for Joaquin Benoit.
Cliff Floyd, a very good low ball hitter, and once pitches get ahead, they try to elevate that fastball, and that time Benoit throwing it by Floyd.
The third baseman,
Slight uppercut swing from Cliff, and most of those guys are very good low ball hitters.
Here's Shea Hillenbrand, 1 for 2 tonight. Shea singling to left in the second inning. The Red Sox out hitting the Rangers 4-3 as they bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. first one in there for a strike to Shea. The Yankees have tied the Angels 5-5. Jorge Posada scoring 2 with a single, and Mondesi singled in Robin Ventura. 5-5 in the 6th now. Missing inside, 1-1 to Hillenbrand. Got a piece down there. Brian Culpo, third base umpire, had to spin around to make the call, but foul. 1-2.
Ron Culpa is lucky he didn't pull a muscle on that quick Michael Jackson move down there to get out of the way of line drive. Look out, Ron. See a little moonwalk?
Was,
back
yeah.
down the one. Did you ever master that moonwalk?
No.
Couldn't do it,
Never
huh?
really came close, no. You?
A little bit, yeah.
Really? I'd like to see that, I think. A little never a foul. Can you still do it, or was that?
I'd have to practice a little bit, but I had it down at one time.
How far could you go?
It's all an illusion.
You don't really moonwalk?
No.
How far could you go, though? I mean, was there, forever? Could you go all the way down the hall?
Yeah, until you run out of gas. And
I would love to see that. I really would. Could you break dance also?
No.
Same era. Little grounded down the third baseline. Perry looks the runner back. Lowe is not going to be in time. And Manny's headed for third as it was mishandled at first by Palmeiro. I don't know how Hillenbrand got to that down low, but he did, and he just worked it towards third and works his way on.
Yeah, very defensive swing, just trying to make contact here on the breaking ball, and good hustle by Hillenbrand, running hard all the way. He's going to beat the play at first base as Perry one-hops it. He'll get the error on that, and once the ball gets away, there's Manny taking off at third base. So there's an extra out given to the Red Sox in this inning. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
And Daubach could be the next hitter. They do have Juan Alvarez, the left-hander, ready in the pen. As Daubach stands in, 1 for 2. Single to left his last time up. Looks like Benoit will face Brian Daubach with runners at the corners, 1 down. And the strike over the outside corner. Red Sox are 5-5 in their last 10 games. Up 2 out of 3 to the Minnesota Twins. In the dirt, Rodriguez looking behind him to recover it. Red Sox trying to add on to their lead. On top, 1-0 as they bat in the bottom of the 6th. The runners at the corners, 1 down. And the 1-1 to Brian Daubach. 2-1. Joaquin Benoit, just 23 years of age. He has pitched very well here tonight for the Texas Rangers into the 6th inning. Here's 2-1. Daubach thought about it, didn't offer, and it's 3-1. Rodriguez wants an appeal. Let's see if he can talk the home plate umpire into it. He can. He wanted to, and Ron Culpo looked like he was ready to give his decision down there, but Jim Joyce never went to him. Ramirez at third, Hillenbrand at first, one down. Left to third, left to first. He doesn't throw to either destination. The 3-1. Daubach lines it foul down the right field line. Right ahead of that one as he cranks it foul.
Well, we'll see now on the 3-2 count if Hillenbrand is off at first base. 3-2, 1 out. If it happens to be a swing and a miss, you have to stop as a base runner if that throw goes through and try to get caught in a rundown. See if he can wiggle another run out of it.
Another bluff to third and a look to first. Second time he's done it.
Now that's really the time to try it on a 3-2 count where you think the guy might be running at first base. If he's a little bit over anxious, you may catch him leaning.
Benoit again to the belt, the 3-2. Hillenbrand is off, and Daubach fouls it off over by the Boston dugout.
Ron Rodriguez yelling out at A-Rod what he's going to do with the baseball if there is a strike him out on this 3-2 count with the runner going. A lot of different options. Throw straight through, throw to an infield who might be cutting straight in, throw to third base.
Ramirez at third, Hillenbrand at first, one down, and a full count to Brian Daubach. A lengthy at bat for Daubach. And Benoit backs off. Hillenbrand takes off again at first. Ball 4 to Daubach. And the bases will be loaded. The third walk of the night given up by Joaquin Benoit. And it loads the bases with one away. And here comes Jerry Narron. Actually, no, it's going to be Oral Hershiser who comes out, the pitching coach. They have had Juan Alvarez up there. It looks like maybe we're going to get a right-hander up as well. Oral Hershiser's been here since Oscar Acosta was let go, and Oral Hershiser has been the pitching coach here. It's been a tough year. The Rangers are last as a staff with a 5.24 earned run average.
He was originally hired, I believe, by John Hart as a special assistant to the general manager, and then making the move into the dugout as pitching coach. Dave Stewart did that a couple of occasions, once in San Diego and I believe once up in Toronto.
I mentioned that there was further action in the Rangers bullpen. Todd Van Poppel is the right-hander that joins Juan Alvarez, the lefty. Alvarez is really not throwing much anymore. He's been throwing since the beginning of the inning. Bases loaded, one down. Jason Varitek doubled and scored in the third, struck out swinging in the fourth inning. Benoit in a jam here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Varitek takes ball 1. Good cut from Varitek, 1-1. Career .262 hitter with the bases loaded.
Wouldn't be a bad time for his first grand slam.
The 1-1 to Varitek. Sends it foul off the left side, 1-2.
A lot of room out in left center field for Varitek. Mensch fairly close to that left field line. Straight away in center field is Hollingsworth.
Joaquin Benoit up over 100. He's thrown 108 pitches in his outing. Here's 109 to Varitek. On the ground, right side. Backing up is Palmeiro to second for 1. That's it. In the back door from third comes Manny. Red Sox lead it 2-0.
Well, once Palmeiro had to go back on this ground ball, he had no chance of making the play at home. He'll go to second base and no chance there to turn over the double play. Daubach going in hard, making A-Rod get off his feet, but still they would not have a chance in a double play there. So the Red Sox pick up one more run here in the 6th inning.
Hillenbrand at third, Varitek at first. 2 down. Here's Ray Sanchez, 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out and a strikeout. As fouls the first one back to the backstop. And Popple and Alvarez continue to warm in the Texas bullpen. Benoit reaching the 110 pitch mark. And Jerry Narron staying with him. Sanchez grounds it towards Young at second base. Goes to second for the final out of the inning. Red Sox grab another run to add to their lead. We played 6 full from Fenway. 2-0 Boston. Back at Fenway through 6. Red Sox on top 2-0. It's time now for the Kohl's K-Card Sweepstakes update. Red Sox pitchers have recorded 3 Ks in the game so far tonight. At the end of the game, one lucky winner will win a $100 Kohl's gift card. For your chance to win, visit NESN.com before our next Red Sox broadcast and let us know how many strikeouts you think the Red Sox pitchers will record in that game. Derek Lowe has thrown 87 pitches so far tonight through 6 shutout innings. He has given up just 3 hits to the Texas Rangers, has walked 3 and struck out 3, and is back out there for the 7th inning. He'll face former teammate Carl Everett, Herbert Perry, and Travis Hafner in the inning. Carl hearing the boos as he has each time he's come to the plate.
We've heard a lot worse than that, though, here at Fenway.
To be honest, I really thought that it would be a little louder than it has been tonight, but Carl has grounded out to second. He's flied to left. Over the course, remember the Red Sox in 2000 and 2001. The .296 career average with 23 home runs at Fenway Park for Carl Everett.
Had knee surgery in the offseason, took some cartilage out of his knee, got a slow start during spring training, then on the DL in May with a right calf muscle, and then a hamstring problem also put him on the DL this season.
He's now been healthy and has started 20 of the last 21 games. And we mentioned that he's had the 2nd highest batting average in August only behind Bernie Williams as he is barking here with Jim Joyce, the home plate umpire. Ron Kulpa is at third. You may remember that umpire when it comes to Carl Everett at home plate here at Fenway. And on the ground towards Ray Sanchez. Out number one. Down, and it brings up Herbert Perry. Perry's 1 for 2, single to center field his last time up. Yeah, takes the first one for a strike. Perry getting the start at third base tonight. 82 starts at third, one as a DH, and he started one game at first base for the Texas Rangers. Going away, and it's now 2-1. With a career best 14 home runs this season for the Texas Rangers. Ball has been flying out of the ballpark in Arlington this season. A lot of home runs down there this year.
Yeah, more home runs hit there than any of the ballpark in the league.
On the ground by the mound. Sanchez bobbles for a moment, but has time to throw out Herbert Perry. 2 down.
We saw a good example of that when we were down in Texas. I remember when they were building that park in that very deep left field. Everybody was so concerned about it. But the baseball's flying out of that place. I don't know if the warm weather and the heat has something to do with it.
Hitter, Travis Hafner.
Alex Rodriguez with 44 home runs heading into tonight's action, leading the league. The Rangers as a club have only been bested in that category by the Yankees on the season. 2 outs for Travis Hafner, who has lined to left and lined to third in 2 plate appearances tonight. The Yankees have pulled ahead of the Angels tonight 7-5 in the top of the 7th inning. Jason Giambi singled, scoring Soriano, and Bernie Williams singled to score Jeter. With the Yankees on top 7-5. At one point New York was down 5-2 to Anaheim.
A lot of runs in Yankee Stadium tonight. Angels, Yankees.
One and 2 now to Travis Hafner. There's Aaron Seeley for Anaheim, 8-8, up against Andy Pettitte for the Yankees. The starters anyway. 1-2 on the ground. Nomar ranging to his right a step. The throw is there, and the side's retired. A Derek Lowe-like inning. 3 ground ball outs. Down in order go the Rangers. 7th inning stretch time from Fenway. Red Sox on top 2-0. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway. 7th inning stretch time. Red Sox on top 2-0. Now for the Hess playoff chase update. The Red Sox 7 games back of the Yankees in the AL East heading into tonight's action. The AL wild card very tight. Anaheim and Seattle tied heading into tonight's action. Oakland a game back, and the Red Sox 3.5 off the pace. The Yankees have a 7-5 lead over Anaheim, while Detroit is beating Seattle 5-3. And Oakland enjoys a 6-3 lead at the Jake in Cleveland, all games in the 7th. The Hess playoff chase update is brought to you by Hess Express, the store with more.
The center fielder, Johnny Damon.
Bottom of the 7th inning, and a new pitcher on for Texas, Juan Alvarez.
0-3 on the season, his 36th appearance. He started in the minor leagues, was called up back on May 27th, sent back in early August, and then very quickly recalled to the Major League team. Major League time, 19 games with Anaheim back in '99 and 2000. Second appearance of the year against the Red Sox.
He resides in Miami, Florida. As Johnny Damon grounds it foul. Damon in the hole, 0-2. Johnny 0 for 3, 3 flyouts in the game. Juan Alvarez first getting to the big leagues in 1999 with Anaheim. Damon, strike 3. Looked at it and only takes with him the 7th strikeout tonight for Texas pitching.
Big sweeping breaking ball by Alvarez to pick up the strikeout on Damon. He could be in here for only 2 hitters. The both 2 lefties at the top of the lineup. Damon and then Nixon. There is right-handed action in the bullpen. That ball appeared to be outside. And Damon had a little bit of beef with Jim Joyce.
And Popple had been warming up last inning in the bullpen. As the first one to Nixon is in there for a strike. And Popple is sent down, or sat down rather. Powell is now up in the pen. It's Jay Powell. Nixon and then Garcia Parra to bat here in the bottom of the 7th inning. At the end of the bat, 1-2 now to Nixon. Joaquin Benoit, the starter tonight, and on the hook right now for the loss if the score remains the same. Worked very well tonight for the Texas Rangers. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. He walked 3 and struck out 6 and threw 111 pitches. He didn't offer, says Ron Culpa. 2-2 now to Nixon. Alan Embry will be joining Bob Rogers and Jim Corsi after the game. Big swing foul. 2-2. Nixon has walked twice tonight. After flying to left in the first, he walked in the 3rd and again in the 5th inning. 2-2. Got him. Wow. Back-to-back Ks for Juan Alvarez, and there's quickly 2 outs.
And that looks like it's going to be it for the lefty with Garcia Parra coming to the plate. Looks like Jerry Narron wants Powell in to face Nomar.
Alvarez did his job, getting Damon and Nixon both by way of the K, and he'll head off. The Rangers will make another pitching change here. We're still in the midst of the bottom of the 7th inning. They step aside with the Red Sox on top 2-0.
Couple of outs here in the bottom of the 7th. We'll relive Ted Williams, a celebration of American hero, with your own VHS or DVD copy of the special Fenway Park ceremony that paid tribute to Ted Williams, the hitter, the veteran, and the man. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Jimmy Fund, so call 1-866-557-4TED and order your copy today.
Juan Alvarez faced just 2 hitters. Johnny Damon and Trot Nixon struck them both out. Facing 2 lefties, and now with the next hitter, right-hander, and Nomar Garcia Parra. The Rangers bring in a right-hander, Jay Powell.
31st appearance for Powell. All of those out of the bullpen, the 2-2 record. He was also on the save list, was activated back on June 10th. Sidelined the entire season prior to that with a flexor tendon injury in his right middle finger. You look through this relief corps, and almost all of them have spent time at one point or other on the disabled list this season.
Jay Powell has been well traveled coming up through the Florida Marlins organization. He's been in the big leagues with Florida, Houston, Colorado and now Texas. From Mississippi. Listed at 6'4", 225 pounds. Omar Garciaparra is 1 for 3 tonight. An infield hit and a run batted in. Omar now with 96 ribbies on the year. Wrapped at third, backhanded by Perry. The throw is good, and Omar's gone, and so are the Red Sox. They go 1-2-3 in the 7th. We played 7 from Fenway. 2-0 Boston.
Hey, Bobby. Well, I would rent a car for 2 weeks. Yeah. Why not get right to the good part? Like Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards. Forget counting miles. Fly just 4 round trips and get 1 free by receiving double credit when you book at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Ford authorized clearance. Now get 0% financing for up to 60 months. That's 0% on the vehicles that'll rock your world. Like Ford Explorer, the #1 selling SUV on the planet. F-150, the #1 selling truck for 25 straight years. Focus, one of Car and Driver's 10 best. And Taurus with the government's highest safety rating. 0% Ford authorized clearance now.
Crown Royal on the rocks, please.
You know, they say when you're blind, all your other senses become heightened.
Crown Royal. Yes, it's that smooth.
Guys, I think the one on the left likes me.
Number 10.
2-0 Red Sox as we go to the 8th. Well, this season on NESN, you'll get extra interviews, extra highlights, and extra analysis on Extra Innings, NESN's expanded postgame show, brought to you by Keyspan, putting more energy into life. After the last inning, the action is just beginning.
Alan Embry is up in the bullpen. He'll be joining Bob and Jim after the ball game tonight on Extra Innings. And what an impressive outing he had the other night in Minnesota. Running in the pen as Derek Lowe has just got up over 100 pitches with his first offering of the inning. Derek has thrown 101. He's retired 4 Rangers in a row. Michael Young, the #9 hitter, takes the strike. 1-1. Young has struck out, grounded out so far tonight. They'll be followed by Todd Hollandsworth and Kevin Mensch to bat here in the 8th inning. Towards Nomar. High hop up off the lip of the grass. Tough throw and out of the glove of Dahlbach. He went to try to do the swipe tag, but it was knocked out of his glove by Michael Young, and he'll reach it first.
Yeah, that's always the danger on a throw that goes up the line where the first baseman has to make that tag. The runner with the opportunity to knock the ball in the glove, and a lot of times infielders, first baseman I should say, get hurt on a play like this. See, that ball was never in the pocket of the glove, or I should say the webbing. Had it out in the pocket of the glove, and that was much easier to knock out.
17th error of the year charged to Omar Garciaparra.
Number 21, the center fielder.
And the first error of the night for the Red Sox. Here's Todd Hollandsworth, who is 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out 3 times. Just back into the Texas Rangers order tonight off the DL. And swinging at the first pitch. Foul ball down the first base line.
Sometimes you see that throw like that, and those first basemen get their wrist jammed and break fingers, sprain wrists. If Brian had been able to catch that in the webbing of the glove, it probably would not have been able to knock it out.
Sharply hit into left field for a base hit. Manny Ramirez moves over. Heading for third is Young. Ramirez's throw not in time. Up to second base. As a result goes Hollingsworth. Ball hit to left. Manny ranged over to pick it up, and aggressively Michael Young gets to third. The throw goes there, and all of a sudden the Rangers have two in scoring position with nobody out.
Well, first of all, a chance taken here by Young, down by 2 runs and nobody out, but then Manny really has to think about getting this ball in the second base. That's the potential tying run, and you'd like to keep that guy from going in the scoring position. Hollingsworth hustling all the way, gets to second, so instead of a first and third, now you've got second and third and nobody out, and out comes Grady Little.
And that's going to do it for Derek. So an error to begin the inning, then a single, 2 in scoring position. He leaves with a chance to grab his 18th victory, but he is indeed responsible for the 2 men in scoring position. Lowe heads off. Embry heads in. 2-0 Boston.
There'll be a day full of events at Fenway Park, from the return of the popular Breakfast with the Owners to a chance to meet members of the 1967 Impossible Dream Team. Call the Jimmy Fund now for more information and tickets to the events at 617-632-3861.
Alan Embry had been up earlier, but it is Bobby Howry who comes into the game for the Red Sox from the bullpen instead.
56th appearance overall for Howry, 9th appearance as a member of the Red Sox. 2-3 is his record on the season. His last outing against Minnesota, walked the batter and was quickly removed from that ball game.
Derek Lowe leaves after 7+ innings, 4 hits so far, charged with no runs, but he's still responsible for the 2 men on. Walked 3, struck out 3. Kevin Mensch. Mensch is 2 for 3 tonight. Infield hit in the first, a double in the third. He struck out looking in the 6th. Third among rookies in RBIs, Eric Hinsky, the Blue Jays, and Nick Johnson, the Yankees ahead of him in that category. Michael Young at third, Todd Hollingsworth at second, nobody out. And the 1-1 fouled into the Red Sox dugout at the tail end, 1-2. Popped up foul off the right side. Still 1-2 to Mensch. After Mensch, you really get into the toughest part of this order, maybe the toughest part of any order. Alex Rodriguez waits on deck, and then after A-Rod, Rafael Palmeiro.
That would be interesting if you got to that situation, second and third with 1 out. Do you pitch to A-Rod or intentionally walk him? Now, you don't obviously like to walk the potential winning run, but you have Embry to face Palmeiro.
Did he go? No. Well, it looked like he might have, but Dale Scott says he did not.
Looked like a pretty good call there, as Mensch looks like he has control of the head of that bat.
The 2-2. In the air, hit well to deep left center field. Back goes Johnny Damon onto the dirt of the track. He'll make the catch front of the wall. Tagging from third is Michael Young. He will score. Also tagging from second base and moving to third is Todd Hollingsworth. The Rangers have cut the Red Sox lead in half. It's now 2-1.
Mensch's had himself a pretty good night. 2 hits on the night. Now the sacrifice fly. Plus he moves that runner from second to third. He's also been very active out there in left field tonight.
The shortstop, Alex Rodriguez.
Red Sox pulling the infield in now with a 2-1 lead.
Here's Alex Rodriguez. Walked in the first, fly to the track in the third, struck out swinging in the sixth. Just 1 for 8 against Howry career, and Bob Howry's ahead. Potential tying run 90 feet away with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. 1-1 to Alex Rodriguez with Rafael Palmeiro waiting on deck. Little number in front of the plate, and Howry looks the runner back and throws it away. In from third base with a tying run comes Todd Hollandsworth. Daubach will run it down.
No, they're going to call him out. They're going to call him out for being inside the white line, and the runner's going to have to go back to third base. He's going to be the infield side of that white line, and that's why Daubach could not make the catch on that, and that runner's going to have to go back to third. So that is a huge, huge break for the Red Sox. Watch A-Rod as he's running down this first base line. Watch his position. Clearly right now on the grass. Now here comes the throw. Oh, that's a good call. Terrific call. It hits A-Rod. Daubach had no chance to make it. Joyce making the call right away and sending the runner back to third base.
How about that turn of events as A-Rod out, and the pitching change to be made by Grady Little goes out to get Howry. Works out here for the Red Sox. Remarkably, they hold on to their 1-run advantage right now. 2-1 Boston. And Alan Embry, who had been up an inning ago, back up again, will be coming into the game here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th.
Little check swing by A-Rod, and it was going to be a difficult play, but you watch the line that A-Rod takes to first base. Clearly, he has to be over in this area here on the line and to the right. And once Howry spins to make the throw, he can't see Daubach. That's why they call interference on that play. And a big break there for the Red Sox. Howry has no idea the umpire behind him made that call. He thought the run had just scored.
And Daubach went all the way back to run it down back by Canvas Alley. They'll send it to Tom Caron now. Tom?
Thanks very much, guys. Here with our Citizens Bank, not your typical fans, Brendan Watson and Sean Anthony. It doesn't get any better than this. 13 years old. The parents aren't with them, and they're here celebrating summer. You guys see a lot of games, don't you?
Yeah, this is about 10th of the season.
You guys been working the cell phones pretty good during the game, calling the play-by-play like Don and Jerry. You guys are into it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Sean, these are not your seats, we should point out.
We're supposed to be up under the Dunkin' Donuts side, so I can't even see from here.
These are better?
Oh, way better.
Doesn't get much better. 2 more weeks of freedom before school starts. They're enjoying it, guys.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. 2 outs here. In the top of the 8th inning, Bobby Howry leaves after facing 2 hitters, Mensch on the sac fly, and then the interference play at first. Howry's gone, and into the ball game now comes Alan Embry.
17th appearance for Embry, his last coming against Minnesota. 2 innings in that game and 5 strikeouts for Embry. He'll be facing Rafael Palmeiro.
Well, the run that is scored is charged to Derek Lowe. Still responsible for Todd Hollandsworth at third. Here's Palmeiro. In the air to right center field. Johnny Damon goes to run it down. Got a good break, and he makes the catch into right center field to retire the side. The Red Sox hold on to the lead at the end of 7.5. 2-1 Boston. Derek Lowe is the starter tonight for the Red Sox. Still has a chance to pick up his 18th victory of the year. Derek would go 7 innings, had 3 strikeouts, including Michael Young, Kevin Mensch, and Alex Rodriguez, all down by way of the K tonight. Lowe goes 7+, gives up the 1 run, but it was an unearned run for Derek Lowe. 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks. Benoit 6 innings, giving up 2 earned runs. Varitek with a double, a run batted in, and a run. Omar with an RBI infield single, and bench a couple of hits tonight for the Rangers as we head to the last of the 8th. Alan Embry able to come on to record the final out of that inning with the potential tying run 90 feet away. Got Palmeiro to fly out to right center field. Johnny Damon making the catch for the final out of the top. Manny Ramirez, Cliff Floyd, and Shea Hillenbrand bat here in the last of the 8th inning against Jay Powell. Powell came on to get the final out in the 7th inning and faces Manny for the first time tonight. Ramirez 1 for 3 with a run scored. More action in the Texas bullpen. Danny Kolb and Rich Rodriguez, a right-hander and a left-hander, warming for the Rangers. They've already used Juan Alvarez, and now Jay Powell out of the pen after Joaquin Benoit. The starter worked 6 tonight. Inside to Manny, 2-1. The Red Sox have action in their pen as Zuget Urbina is up. He's not had a chance to work very much lately, and even if it wasn't a save situation tonight, we may have seen him in the ball game as Pretty Little was looking to get him some work. Looking ahead to the Texas 9th. And again, the Red Sox at this point at the very least would have a 1-run advantage. Yvonne Rodriguez, Carl Everett, and Herbert Perry would be the expected trio for the 9th. 3-1. Manny sends it foul off the right side, a full count. The payoff pitch on the outside corner, strike 3. Manny knew it. Takes with him the first strikeout of the night for Jay Powell.
Had a few strikeouts here in the last few innings for range of pitching. Alvarez had 2 against lefties. Now Powell picks up the strikeout. Fastball outside corner. No complaint from Manny as he heads back to the Red Sox dugout.
Powell last year picked up 7 saves for Colorado. He was with both the Houston Astros and the Colorado Rockies a year ago. He'll face Cliff Floyd, who's 0 for 3. Floyd has flied out twice and struck out swinging.
Oh, quite a few teams, hasn't he, Powell?
Yes, he has. Florida, Houston, Colorado, and now Texas.
How about the Dodgers? Ever with the Dodgers?
No. On the ground at Michael Young, bobbles it for a moment, but then throws out Floyd, 2 down.
What year was he in Houston?
He was in Houston first in 1998. And he was there through half of last season.
The third baseman, Shea Hillenbrand.
2 down, and that brings up Shea Hillenbrand. Texas pitching has retired 6 Red Sox in a row. Shea has 2 hits tonight. In fact, he's the only member of the Red Sox who can make that statement. Shea's 2 for 3. Both pens are busy as we play late into this one. Last half of the 8th. Red Sox on top 2-1. Broken bat grounder. Jammed him towards second. Young throws out Hillenbrand. Jay Powell enjoys a 1-2-3-8. On to the 9th with the Red Sox on top 2-1.
Back at Fenway, we go to the top of the ninth. Red Sox have the 2-1 lead. We remind you this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Well, Alan Embry only goes a third as he gets the final out of the 8th, and as expected, Uget Urbina on for the 9th.
4 saves in his last 5 appearances, 28 on the season in 32 opportunities. Last time Urbina worked was against Minnesota, an inning, a couple of hits, an earned run, and 3 strikeouts against the Twins. That was on the 17th. Ugi in 4th in the league in saves. Guardado with 34. Kazu Sasaki and Koch tied at 31. Percival with 30, then Urbina 28.
He has to face Ivan Rodriguez, Carl Everett, and Herbert Perry, the expected hitters for the Texas Rangers. Ivan Rodriguez 0 for 3 tonight. He has grounded out 3 times. And Rodriguez goes lunging. Always have to be aware of the Texas Rangers' power. They all have home runs. They are second in the league in home runs coming into tonight's action. The Red Sox holding on to the 1-run advantage here in the 9th. Tried to get him to chase again, missing at 94 miles per hour. The 1-1 from Urbina. Strike 2, 1-2. Derek Lowe went 7+ innings as Urbina will have to face Everett next. No charge with the only run, an unearned run. Bob Howry, Alan Embry, and now Uget Urbina trying to close it out. The Red Sox in search of the first game of the series. Rodriguez stays alive, 1-2. Urbina in search of his 29th save of the season. A 1-2. Rodriguez gets just a piece.
Tried the slider that time and just fouled off by Pudge Rodriguez.
A 1-2. In the air to right center field. Stroked pretty well. Damon's on the run, and that is gone. We are tied at 2 with one swing of the bat. Ivan Rodriguez has hit his 11th home run of the year. An opposite field shot into the bullpen, and the Rangers have tied it at 2.
Well, Don, you mentioned the home runs, never out of a game because of that home run power. Ivan Rodriguez picking up number 11, a opposite field. Oogie providing a lot of the power with that fastball, and Ivan Rodriguez the rest.
Here is Carl Everett, who is 0 for 3 tonight.
It's amazing. In one at bat, he made him look so bad on that first breaking ball and looked to be overpowering Ivan Rodriguez. Tough hitter.
Fools Everett on that one, 1-1. Carl against Urbina in his career, 3 for 8, does have 2 home runs. The 3 hits off Oogie. 2-1 now to Everett. As a result of the tie score now in the ninth, Derek Lowe does not have a chance for a victory tonight. Still 17-5 with no decision tonight. And the Red Sox are in the midst of a 2-2 game in the top of the ninth inning. Still nobody out. Urbina falls behind Everett 3-1. You know, monstrous series in Texas against the Red Sox has been held hitless tonight. Full count to Everett.
3-1 changeup from Urbina that time. Had Everett off balance.
Payoff pitch to Everett. On the ground, Sanchez moves over a step to his right, throws out Everett. First out in the ninth.
Number 35, the third baseman, Herbert Perry.
Brings up Herbert Perry, who singled in the fifth inning. He's 1 for 3 tonight, has 1 of 5 Texas hits. Already on that cut as Urbina gets it by him at 93 miles per hour. Travis Hafner waits on deck for the Rangers. As Urbina tries to get out of the inning to preserve what is now a tie game. Did he go? No, says Dale Scott at first base. 1-1. Looking to the last of the ninth, the Red Sox will be sending Daubach, Veritek, and Sanchez. Those are their scheduled hitters. The Rangers have action in their bullpen as they have tied the score at 2 here in the top of the ninth. Double-barreled action out there in the pen. Danny Kolb, who was up earlier, and now Francisco Cordero joins him. A couple of right-handers. To Perry. 2-2. Leadoff home run to right center field into the Red Sox bullpen. Ivan Rodriguez has tied the score at 2. Everett grounded out. Now Perry batting with 1 out here in the top of the ninth. Struck him out. Second out of the ninth inning. First strikeout for Urbina.
.27 strikeouts now in 43 2/3 innings for Urbina. Got a good fastball tonight, strong.
Brings up Travis Hafner, the designated hitter, 8th hitter for the Texas Ranger in their order. He is lined out twice and grounded out. Urbina starts off ahead. Derek Lowe went 7+ tonight. Bob Howry 2/3 of an inning. Alan Embry working a third. Urbina ahead, 0-2. Well, one of the concerns as of late about Oogie was his lack of work as of late. And he comes in here in a save situation, and fortunately the Texas Rangers have tied the score here in the ninth with a home run by Ivan Rodriguez. The 0-2 to Hafner. Rolling away, doesn't chase.
Hafner's not yet seen a fastball from Oogie. 3 straight changeups.
The 1-2. Evens up at 2-2 to Hafner. Michael Young, the number 9 hitter, waits on deck for the Texas Rangers, but there are 2 outs in the inning.
4 straight changeups to the left-handed hitter.
Held it off the left side. He's ready for the heat that time. Hafner had great numbers in Oklahoma City before being called up by the Texas Rangers.
19 homers, 72 RBI in 104 games.
There's just 1 home run with the Texas Rangers. Came up on August 6th from Oklahoma. The 2-2. Look out. Did that get him? No, apparently it eluded him. He was able to jump out of the way. Full count. Wow.
Pretty quick footwork for a big guy.
Full count to the number 8 hitter, Travis Hafner. The designated hitter, Michael Young, waits on deck. 2 outs in the inning. The payoff pitch. Popped up foul off the left side. He's made Oogie work in this at bat. So the Red Sox had a 2-0 lead tonight. The Rangers get a run back in the 8th. And then the home run in the 9th by Ivan Rodriguez to begin the inning. And now Hafner walks with 2 outs in the inning.
I'll see if they send out a pinch runner for Hafner at first base. They do have a couple of guys on the bench. Looks like Juan Rivera may be coming out to pinch run.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. For Texas, now running at first base for Hafner, number 24, Ruben Rivera.
That would be Ruben Rivera, not Juan Rivera. Pardon me.
And now
Ruben Rivera coming over from the Yankee organization this spring.
Michael Young.
So he takes over at first base for Hafner. Yeah, there he goes on the first pitch, and he is into second base and up into scoring position with 2 down. Didn't waste any time.
Third stolen base for Rivera has not yet been caught. And you're right, did not waste any time. Not a great jump over there at first base either. Head first slide hard in the second base. And now it looks like Young is being called back to the dugout with the man in scoring position. And Mike Lamb, left-handed hitter, will be pinch hitting.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. For Texas, now batting for Young.
Well, he is hitless in his last 10 trips to the plate.
Lamb now batting for Young.
He was hitting a .232 over the last 26 games, but a .289 batting average on the year. 6 homers, 23 runs batted in. And the pinch hitter for Michael Young. The go-ahead run in scoring position for the Texas Rangers with 2 outs here in the 9th. Hafner was run for by Ruben Rivera, who stole second base and stands there now with 2 down. Rivera doing a good amount of hopping out there at second base. again extends his lead. Lamb, the pinch hitter. Inherited a 1-ball count, goes after the 2-0 and pops it up foul off third. Hillenbrand ranging over, but no play. The Red Sox have action in their pen as Urbina here in the ninth, as there is a look at Willie Banks. Urbina trying to preserve the 2-2 tie here in the ninth. Lamb golfs it foul off the left side. 2-2. The 2-2 to Lamb. He struck him out. Went up top to get him. Second strikeout for Urbina. The Rangers get a home run from Ivan Rodriguez. We're tied at 2 as we head to the bottom of the ninth.
2 late runs for the Rangers have tied this one at 2. Red Sox hitting in the bottom of the ninth. The Red Sox and the Boston Marriott Copley Place have teamed up to offer you a Sox and Stripes package available for Red Sox games on either August 27th or 28th against the Yankees. The package includes 2 nights accommodations, 2 tickets to one of Red Sox games on the 27th or 28th, breakfast each day as well as lunch and dinner. Please call 617-937-5600 to purchase your package. Availability is limited.
Donnie Sadler takes over at second base as Michael Young was hit for last inning. And the Red Sox infielder, outfielder, and a new pitcher for Texas, Danny Kolb.
Only his 14th appearance of the year. He missed most of the season. He was activated July 16th. He had a partial tear of his right rotator cuff that kept him on the DL for most of the season.
Ryan Daubach, Jason Varitek, and Ray Sanchez expected in the bottom of the ninth in a 2-2 ball game. The Rangers tying the score in the top half of this inning. Daubach 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a walk. One and one to Daubach. Kolb, the 4th pitcher used tonight by Texas. Misses with a 1-1. 2-1 to Daubach. Foul off the left side. 2-2 now. Well, the Red Sox have not had many ninth-inning dramatic victories, but they'd love to get the homestand started off right here in the ninth inning in a 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the ninth. Raymond will have a chance if anybody gets on in the ninth. The 2-2. Daubach slices it foul and stays alive. Erga looks ready if asked. Sanchez is scheduled to bat 3rd in this inning. Varitek waits on deck right now as that one goes to the backstop off the glove. Full count. Danny Kolb, 27 years of age, 6'4", 215 pounds. The new Texas pitcher. And all of his major league experience has come with the Texas Rangers. He is homegrown, a 6th round pick of the Rangers in '95. Ball 4 to Daubach. Red Sox have the lead man on in the bottom of the ninth.
Well, let's see if they have Henderson pinch running here. We're to lead off the bottom of the ninth.
I think they just got Ricky. He was at the end of the dugout. And Grady pointed in his direction. Here comes Ricky.
And now we'll see if they have Veritek bunting with Henderson at first base. One thing that makes it very difficult for a straight-out steal, obviously, is the throwing arm of Ivan Rodriguez.
Jason Veritek tonight 1 for 3 with a run driven in. He had a leadoff double in the 3rd inning. His ground out in the 6th gave the Red Sox their 2nd run of the night. And on the grass at 3rd is Herbert Perry, anticipating a bunt from Veritek. Popped up and a chance for Irod. Nope, couldn't get there. It was popped up and he made a diving bid but couldn't come up with it.
Well, fortunately, Veritek got good wood on that and popped it up far enough foul territory where nobody could get to it. Ivan Rodriguez charging from behind the plate, but can't quite get there as he's heading toward that on-deck circle for the Red Sox. All that junk's out there, the bats, pine tar, lead bat.
Veritek squaring again. Gets it down the first base line, and the throw to first. Up to second goes Ricky Henderson into scoring position with 1 away. Veritek got the job done.
Well done by Veritek. Get the ball on the ground. No chance to get Henderson. And now Baega comes up as a pinch hitter.
Another full-fledged conference at the mound. The infield in to talk to Danny Kolb. Walked Brian Daubach to begin the inning. Henderson ran. The sacrifice for Veritek as the winning run in scoring position for the Red Sox with 1 down.
By the way, that was the first sacrifice of the season for Veritek by Erga as a pinch hitter. 7 for 15 this season.
Hershiser out to talk to Danny Kolb. Texas does have further action in the pen, but this is going to be Kolb's chance here to get Carlos Baerga. Two runs, 5 hits, an error for the Texas Rangers. 2 runs, 6 hits, an error for the Red Sox.
These situations too, Baerga swings at the first pitch a lot.
Grounded left side, right to a rod. On to first for the inning's 2nd out. Ricky remained at second base, 2 away.
Number 18, the center fielder, Johnny Neiman.
Johnny is 0 for 4 tonight, 3 flyouts and a strikeout.
Well, they're going to walk Damon and take their shot with Trot Nixon. There is a lefty loosening up in the bullpen down there for the Texas Rangers.
Rich Rodriguez down there with Francisco Cordero, who's been warming.
Yeah, both guys have been up twice in this game.
Well, Damon will not have a chance to swing the bat. It'll be the 2nd walk of the inning, the first of the intentional variety. And we'll see if they stay with Danny Kolb to face Trot Nixon. Doesn't appear they will. Jerry Narron making his way out. So Kolb gave up the leadoff walk to Brian Daubach to begin the inning. The sacrifice bunt for Varitek. Bayerga grounds out. Henderson remaining at second base, and Danny Kolb will leave the game after intentionally walking Johnny Damon. Texas will go to their left-hander, Rich Rodriguez, who makes his way in from the bullpen with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. We're tied at 2.
Fall hard for NESN in September with 19 games, including showdowns with the Yankees, the Indians, and 5 games with their new best friends, the Orioles. Get the quality writing, reporting, and analysis of Boston Globe sports writers before the game with the Boston Globe pregame report 30 minutes before game time. NESN kicks off college football action from the ECAC, Big East, Atlantic 10, Big 10, and more. It's easy to fall for NESN in September. Each month on NESN, you have a seat reserved in the front row. Everything looks different from the front row. NESN's 1-hour specials that bring you inside the world of New England sports and are brought to you each and every month by Bob Stores. Front Row Specials, premiering every month on NESN. Nothing gets you closer.
Bottom of the 9th, tied at 2. Now on sale at newsstands, grocery stores, Fenway Park, and by mail, the 2002 Red Sox yearbook. To get yours by mail, send check or money order for $15. The Red Sox yearbook, P.O. Box 1616, Boston, Mass. 02130.
Tied at 2 here in the last half of the 9th. Red Sox with Henderson, the winning run, standing at second base, and the Texas Rangers will use their 5th pitcher of the night, Rich Rodriguez.
It was a quiet March 25th from Atlanta. Then he had shoulder surgery back on April 11th. On the DL till July, making his 19th appearance overall. A lot of different ball clubs has Rodriguez. San Diego, Florida, St. Louis, San Francisco, the Mets, and Cleveland.
Crowd coming to their feet at Fenway as Trot Nixon will be standing in with 2 down in the last of the 9th. Rich Rodriguez gets the sign from Ivan Rodriguez. Nixon grounds it right back to the mound, and Rodriguez walks it half the way and flips underhanded. So he comes on to throw 1 pitch and records the final out of the 9th. We head for extra frames from Fenway tonight, tied at 2.
Progress every day. Verizon.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods. Foxwoods.
During the Dodge Summer Clearance, we can give you thousands of reasons to drive a new Dodge. Or we can give you 0. Because there's only one thing better than getting 0% financing for up to 60 months on select Dodge vehicles. It's getting 0% financing and our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Something you don't get from Ford, Chevy, Honda, or Toyota. 0% financing and our 770 warranty. More than enough reason to get to the Dodge Summer Clearance.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway. We played 9 and we're tied at 2 as we head now to the 10th inning. Some defensive changes. Carlos Baerga, pinch hit last inning for Ray Sanchez, takes over at second base. Tony Clark takes over for Daubach, who is run for by Ricky Henderson. And the Red Sox have a new pitcher, Willie Banks, on to pitch the 10th.
2-0 record, his 20th appearance, a 3.28 ERA. Opponent sitting 223 off Banks. His last outing against Seattle, 3 2/3 innings in that game, a couple of earned runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
Here's Kevin Mensch, who has 2 hits and a run driven in the game tonight. Actually, it's going to be Todd Hollingsworth, and not quite 2 Kevin Mensch. Mensch will bat second in the inning. Hollingsworth, who's 1 for 4 tonight. It'll be Mensch, then Alex Rodriguez after Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth turns and hits one high and deep to right. Nixon back at the track, at the wall, and the Rangers move ahead. Texas, who has done it with the home run ball, first to tie it at 2, and now to go ahead 3-2 in the top of the 10th. Home run number 2 for Todd Hollingsworth in a Texas Rangers uniform.
Well, they say lefties are low ball hitters, but watch the location of this pitch here to Hollingsworth. This ball is about led it to shoulder high and still hits it out of the ballpark. That ball way up high, and Hollingsworth up into that Texas bullpen to quickly give the Rangers the 3-2 lead. So the home run ball coming into play for Texas over the last couple of innings.
Here's Kevin Mensch, who couldn't hold up. There's strike 1. The Yankees tonight had beaten the Angels 7-5. Andy Pettit the winner. Aaron Seeley took the loss. Mike Stanton picked up the save, his second of the year, with Mariano Rivera now placed on the DL before the game. So the Yankees win tonight. The 1-1 to Mensch. Well, leadoff home run for Ivan Rodriguez to tie the score in the 9th. Now leadoff home run by Todd Hollingsworth to put the Texas Rangers on top 3-2 here in the 10th. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 10th, Nomar Garcia-Parra, Manny Ramirez, and Cliff Floyd are expected.
2 right-handers, so you'd expect right-handed action in the bullpen for Texas. Nobody throwing yet.
And Francisco Cordero up an inning ago. Popped up, foul off first. Tony Clark heading over towards the Red Sox dugout, but he won't have a play. The 1-2 from Banks. Did he go? No, he did not, says Dale Scott, the first base umpire. 2-2. Red Sox and Rangers have 2 games left in the series. Casey Fossum tomorrow night against Kenny Rogers. And then Pedro Martinez and Rob Bell in the final game of the series. That was scheduled. It is now actually Dennis Reyes will be going for Texas. Pitch fouled off the right side. Backing out of play, and it's 2-2 to Mensch.
Nice long homestand for the Red Sox. The 3 against Texas, 4 over the weekend, and on Monday against the Angels, and then the Yankees for 2 games to close out the long homestand for the Red Sox.
The 2-2 to Kevin Mensch. He goes lunging after that pitch. First strikeout for Willie Banks, 1 down in the 10th.
The changeup by Willie Banks to get the strikeout on Mensch. Mensch has had a good night, though. A couple of hits, a sacrifice fly. He got that first run on the board back in the 8th inning with a sacrifice fly to center field.
Here is A-Rod. The first one in there for a strike. After A-Rod, Rafael Palmeiro waits on deck here for the Texas Rangers. And the strike, and quickly Banks is ahead 0-2.
What looked to be a big play in the game earlier when A-Rod was called on that interference play down at first base. Maintained a 2-1 lead at that time for the Red Sox.
On the outside corner, makes quick work of A-Rod. Back-to-back Ks for Willie Banks. 2 down.
Well, the Red Sox have kept A-Rod quiet tonight, and also Palmeiro will be coming up for his 5th at bat. Fastball outside corner from Banks. Back-to-back strikeouts.
The first baseman, Rafael Palmeiro.
There's Palmeiro, who's walked twice tonight, has flied out twice. And the first one in there for a strike. Rodriguez able to tie the score at 2 with his leadoff home run in the 9th. Todd Hollandsworth, who came over in the trade deadline to the Texas Rangers with a home run to begin this inning.
Yeah, Hollandsworth returning from the disabled list with that hamstring problem. A double in the 8th inning, and now the home run here in the 10th.
This is his 4th game with the Texas Rangers since coming over. The 2-1. In there for a strike. 2-2 to Palmeiro. He's been held hitless tonight. The Rangers have 6 hits. As do the Red Sox, but Texas has gone deep twice. The 2-2. Broken bat looper that finds its way fair into left field. Manny over to play it as Palmeiro is aboard with his first hit of the night.
Little check swing broken bat by Palmeiro into a wide open left field to pick up his first hit. Turnover fastball that time right toward the end of the bat.
The catcher, Ivan Rodriguez.
Here's Ivan Rodriguez. This home run tied the score at 2 an inning ago, and Ivan 1 for 4 tonight. The home run was his 11th of the year. They shade Johnny Damon towards right center for Rodriguez, who takes strike 1. Low and away to Ivan Rodriguez. 1-1. This is game number 123 of the year for the Red Sox as they go after their 71st victory of the season. They'll need to come from behind tonight. And again, it'll be Garcia, Parr, Ramirez, and Floyd expected in the bottom of the 10th inning. Two and 1 now to Ivan Rodriguez. Tough night for the Red Sox, who enjoyed the 2-0 advantage, but some late home runs from the Texas Rangers. Missing up top. Now 3-1 to Rodriguez. Derek Lowe going the first 7+ tonight. And Derek giving up 1 run. It was unearned. Not part of the decision tonight. Urbina coming on with a 1-run advantage, but Odette giving up the home run to Ivan Rodriguez. Wrapped outside of third and foul. Full count. Chris Haney up in the Boston bullpen. Red Sox have used Lowe, Howry, Embry, Urbina, and Willie Banks on for the 10th. The payoff pitch chopped up over the mound. Nomar back as second. Heads on to first for the final out of the inning. Todd Hollingsworth opens up the 10th with a home run. He's placed the Rangers on top 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 10th.
Three to 2 Rangers as we go to the bottom of the 10th. When the Anaheim Angels come to town to face the Red Sox on Monday, August 26th, fans 15 and under receive a limited edition Nomar bobblehead. Yes, a Nomar Garciaparra bobblehead doll will be distributed to all ticketed fans 15 and under when they enter the game. Compliments of Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, Rich Rodriguez, the left-hander, came on to get the final out of the 9th, and Trot Nixon. And now the Texas Rangers will turn things over to their 6th pitcher of the night, Francisco Cordero.
He's had some trouble, too, with the arm problems. On the disabled list back in June with a right shoulder strain. He's been in 8 games since being activated. He's got 4 saves on the season, 24 strikeouts and 29 2/3. Opponents hitting .217 off Cordero.
It seems like all of these pitchers have major problems. John Rocker's in the DL. Rudy Sienas and Jeff Zimmerman are all in the DL already.
Yeah, I guess Rocker threw in a game the other day, rehab start, but still had some problems.
Texas has been very unlucky, as here is Nomar Garciaparra to lead it off in the bottom of the 10th inning. Red Sox in need of a run to tie here. Nomar 1 for 4 tonight with a run batted in. On his infield hit in the 3rd inning, Jason Varitek scored. 1-1 the count. 95 miles per hour that time from Francisco Cordero.
3 different times he has been up to the Texas Rangers this season, including that stint on the disabled list.
The second major league team. Was a member of the Detroit Tigers back in '99. Wow. 1-2. Nomar looked back.
I didn't like that call on the breaking ball. And they have a good argument there.
And this is away, 2-2. Cordero is 25 years of age, 6'2", 200 pounds, from the Dominican. Nomar slices it foul off the right side. Still 2-2. Came from the Detroit Tigers with Justin Thompson, Frank Catalanato, Bill Hasselman, Gabe Kapler as part of the big Juan Gonzalez deal back in 1999. On the ground, chopped right side. Sadler throws out Garciaparra for the first out in the bottom of the 10th.
I don't believe Justin Thompson has ever pitched in a game for the Texas Rangers. Promising young pitcher, got some arm problems, and has never been in a game for the Texas Rangers. What a shame that is.
Manny Ramirez, 1 for 4 tonight. Manny singled in the 6th inning. He struck out twice tonight and fly to the warning track. The corner, over goes Everett, and he'll make the catch. And he gave it a ride. Everett got over there quickly onto the warning track in the right field corner. And Ramirez is out number 2. And he tried to drive one the opposite way and out of here.
And Carl Everett shading Manny slightly to the opposite field, too. Got a great jump on that ball. Covered a lot of ground. Looked like when it left the bat, if not a home run, had a chance to get in that corner. But Everett over to make the play.
Number 12.
Well, if we are to continue, it'll take something from Cliff Floyd with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. Cliff has been held hitless tonight. 2 flyouts, a strikeout, and a groundout. The Rangers bullpen has been impressive. They're using their 6th pitcher of the night. And the runs that the Red Sox have in this game, 2 were charged to the starter, Joaquin Benoit. Over 6 innings gave up 2 runs, but the relievers have been perfect out of the bullpen. 1-1 now to Floyd. Whipping away, 2-1 to Floyd. If Floyd is able to get on, Jay Hillenbrand would be next. The 2-1. Missing away again. Rodriguez trying to frame it for the home plate umpire, Jim Joyce, but it's 3-1 now to Floyd. Trying to get a Red Sox rally going in the 10th. Floyd has that one get by him, and it's a full count.
Pretty good fastball shown here by Cordero. 93 to 95.
The guy's coming off arm problems. He's getting it up there in a hurry. Two outs, bottom of the 10th, the 3-2. Fouled off the shoe tops, and Cliff Floyd will hop around a little bit.
After all those fastballs, he tried to put him away with a slider.
Texas trying to take the first one in this 3-game series. They've come from behind to bullhead 3-2. Bottom of the 10th, 2 down. The 3-2 pitch in the air to left field. Struck well. Back by the wall. Up, and it's off the wall. Kevin Mitch has to run it down as Floyd will head into second base gingerly with a 2-out double. And the Red Sox are still alive.
Cliff Floyd with that opposite field stroke about halfway up that left field wall. Red Sox still alive with a man in scoring position and 2 outs. Remember, we told you, good low ball hitter. That ball down around knee high, and Floyd to the opposite field.
Hershiser, the pitching coach for the Texas Rangers, to the mound. And waiting patiently is Shea Hillenbrand with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Rodriguez had gotten Garcia Parra ground out to second. Ramirez fly deeply to right. Floyd, in what was a lengthy at bat, able to double off the left field fence. And he stands at second base representing the tying run. Hillenbrand representing the winning run here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Texas on top 3-2. The Red Sox have not had many come from behind victories on the season, but Shea Hillenbrand really stands out as perhaps the last one that I can think of in Tampa. The catwalk shot, the pinch hit grand slam. And here is Shea again in another dramatic situation in the bottom of the 10th. Rodriguez misses ball 1. Missed that time at 96 miles per hour. The 1-0. Foul below us. 1-1 to Hillenbrand. Jay with 17 home runs on the season. This is away, does Cordero. 2-1. For the strike. 2-2. The Red Sox again down to their last strike with 2 outs in the bottom of the 10th. Francisco Cordero trying to close the door on the Red Sox. The 2-2 in the air, foul down the right field line, backing out of play. 96 miles per hour from Francisco Cordero. The 2-2 rolling away. First base is vacant. Tony Clark waits on deck. Gets the sign from Rodriguez. The payoff pitch in the dirt outside. They walk Hillenbrand.
Now with first base open, the 3-2 breaking ball to Hillenbrand. See if he chased it. He did not. Now Clark.
Number 22, the first baseman.
Well, the benefit of the righty-righty matchup is gone. He's now going to deal with the switch hitting Tony Clark. And if we continue the same scenario with Veritek waiting on deck, but first a bit of business between Francisco Cordero and Tony Clark batting for the first time tonight. Tony out after the first one, and Cordero blows it by him at 96 miles per hour.
Now that was challenge time.
Boy, the tying run at second, the winning run at first in Hillenbrand. The 0-1 is up and away. Tony Clark has not had an RBI since July the 21st. Up in a key situation in the last of the 10th. Popped up left side. The third baseman, Herbert Perry, backpedals, and the Texas Rangers have taken the first game of this 3-game series. Clark pops out. The Rangers have come back on the home run balls, and this one hit by Ivan Rodriguez and Todd Hollandsworth. It's the game winner in the 10th as the Texas Rangers take the first game of the series 3-2. Derek Lowe is the starter. He gets a no decision tonight in this one, as the Rangers and Red Sox end up with the same amount of hits, 7 on each side, and an error for each side as well. So a tough loss here tonight for the Red Sox as they tried to come from behind in the bottom of the 10th, had men on, but it is Rich Rodriguez who is the winner tonight for the Rangers. 2-1. Willie Banks 2-1 takes the loss, and Francisco Cordero picks up the save, his 5th. And the final, the Texas Rangers 3, the Red Sox 2. Be sure and stay tuned for extra innings coming up next on NESN.